Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rag Company's Q&A Thursday, where I am joined to my right by none other than Next Day Nate. Welcome to the show. I know
Hello.
Levi is out today.
This is weird being here.
It's fun having you here, though. Yeah, so Nate works here. If you're not familiar with Nate, he's got a lot of really good and interesting opinions on car stuff and detailing, too. So please welcome him to the program. And, of course, to my left, Anthony Fisher. It just wouldn't be the same without either of the guys. But you know what? We could switch it up sometimes and still have a great show. So definitely. I'm Dane Hennon, by the way, in case you missed it. But, we're good. So housekeeping.
Levi's actually out, right? So he is on his way down to sunny, beautiful Utah to visit some family.
Well, that sounds like a nice little road trip.
He does have some family down there near Salt Lake. So he's going down there, perhaps going to enjoy some In-N-Out Burger, right? Maybe shoot some air guns that his brother, I think his brother-in-law, is that what it is? His brother-in-law?
Yeah, his brother-in-law owns like a whole crazy...
I've heard it's quite the establishment.
Yeah.
I've heard it's pretty badass.
Yeah.
But, so Levi enjoys his time down there. He has a good time. And so while he's gone, he'll be missed, but we're here to answer some questions.
Yeah.
So some housekeeping, right, just to start things off.
Bring it. What you got?
So let's think about this. So right now, we are currently running a sale.
Are we now?
25%.
How do people find out when we run sales?
Well, they just have to look.
Yeah, yeah. So what they do is they go onto the website. But Dane, it's 25%.
I was looking for a different answer.
Off Eagle Edgeless towels.
Okay.
Yeah. And so the thing is, Eagles are one of the staples in the Rag Company product line. Absolutely. 100%. And real Eagles are scary. Right?
Yeah,
let's be real here. They are scary.
But the imagery is cool.
Ours aren't.
Ours aren't, right?
Ours are soft and warm and welcoming.
But real eagles are scratchy.
Real eagles will scratch, they shriek, and then they can carry off your loved ones, right? Especially small children and small dogs. You don't want to mess with them.
If you're hearing screeching on the paint from these eagles, you're probably doing something wrong, and please stop.
Very wrong.
Exactly.
These eagles do not have talons.
No, they do. Talons.
Talons.
Dane, you have to leave now. That was the one bad joke that you got today, and that's it. No more.
I could say talons, but it just, it's not as fun.
How about we just make this one of the fastest Q&A yet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're caught up in 30 minutes.
That's going to be...
And then we can just talk and have fun.
Yeah.
Just a couple of guys being dudes.
I know what we really want to talk about when it's just a show and it's all caught up and the comments haven't quite rolled in yet. We just want to talk about, what our car sales and buying experiences have been about lately. So we might get to that later. Okay. But...
It's weird because only one of us really has those experiences often.
Well, I may have bought some recently, and he may be in the process of selling something right now. So we have some current events going on that are definitely relevant.
Davis knows all about it.
Yeah. So he's heard.
So right now, head to theragcompany.com, Eagle Edgeless, 25% off, and that includes everything, right? 500s, 600s, 350s. As well as eaglets, right?
Everything.
Don't forget about the little
family.
guys.
Little guys.
And it's one of our best eagle sales of the year. We don't typically run 25% off, and so I think this year we've only ran it one other time.
No.
Twice?
Not even.
No, I think the last time we ran an eagle sale was in 2019.
Whoa.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm pretty positive.
Oh, well, you do work on the email blast.
Random segue. Speaking of 2019... When we started this Q&A, I had a trailer play before it. Did anybody watch that? It was Waxstock 2019. Just for fun, I threw it in there. Just as a nice little throwback, some cool stuff to look at. Maybe one day we'll get to go back to the UK and hang out at a detailing show.
Well, 25% off Eagles. Honestly, I mean, you can't go wrong. Just pick some up because you're going to need them anyways. And while some people are very particular about their Eagle Edgeless, right? Some people are very they have a sacred cabinet for their Eagles, and they say, hey, these are my good towels, right? The idea is that you have enough good towels to where those good towels can become normal towels. Do you know what the quantity?
So you're talking about just taking these Eagles and then using them in your door jams? Then you have your nice Eagles.
Yeah, because you'll have so many good towels that you'll just be able to use them for other things.
I call this my nice miner.
Yeah.
It's a gray eagle.
It's my plushy miner. Yeah,
yes, it is. Anyways, head to theragcompany.com, pick some up. Sale ends, I think, on Sunday.
Yes.
So
midnight
on Sunday, so you don't miss out on that. And we're well on our way into some spooky season here. I know we've all been doing our own things to celebrate in the outside time, right? Everything from vans with free candy written on them to, by the way, you might want to check your vehicle out there, Dane. And then,
excuse me?
I'm kidding. But other than that, though, I mean, really just setting the mood, right? Setting the vibes. Have you decorated it all yet, Nate?
It basically October's over. It just turned October, and I don't know. My wife is really all about that. Going to Hobby Lobby. Getting the deck, but the problem is they're into Christmas now.
Oh,
so if you want to get your decorations, we're running on hand-me-downs.
Retail seasons are not real.
Yeah, so I mean they're gonna start having Valentine's Day candy for sale pretty soon.
It won't even be 2022 yet before they start.
Yeah, so we decorate. Maybe we'll carve a pumpkin. Haven't done that yet, just because we don't want it to spoil.
Oh, of course.
But because if you put the real candle in there, you're gonna burn up that pumpkin, and it's gonna be October 23rd before you know it.
Yeah,
and then it's gonna be gone.
Yeah,
or in the street.
So we've got comments rolling in. I think we've got enough to really start the show.
We've got enough rolling in because they want to have fun with us.
Yeah, they want to hang out.
They want to have a good time and hang out.
I want to start throwing out some of the hellos before we get to the more heady, real comments and questions. But also, I enjoy the banter. I enjoy the flow. But I know some people are here for some detailing
Purple
related
fan.
reasons because that's what we put on the title. All right.
Dane, squirt hard. Let's go.
Yikes. I am drinking a squirt. For
All
those who are
right.
listening and think that
This-
sounded very strange.
This font is almost impossible to read, but we're
Wow.
going to try. So we got
Oh,
Dan
wow.
Pfeiffer, the rag company. Good morning, or good afternoon. Sorry. See what I mean? I can't barely read it. And Word Up from Minnesota, USA. Happy Friday Eve, y'all. Hope everyone is doing well and healthy. I'm feeling pretty healthy right
thank you,
now.
I'm
Dan.
well. I've just got a question.
Yeah.
This new setup for the Q&A,
Yeah.
do we just read what's on the highlighted comment?
Yeah, read
Correct.
On, read on
Yes.
the
I
bottom
pop
there.
them on the screen and then we all
Okay.
talk about it.
This
He hasn't been here
I'll tell
since
you what,
we've
I haven't
changed
been on here for a long
things up.
time, and I was like, sometimes we had to pull it up on our phones.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We did things
Well, we
janky
used
for
to
a long
take the
time.
callers, right? We'd say caller number 9.
long
hop right
time
in.
caller, or
Long time listener, first time
you
caller.
know how that goes.
We got Adam Hancock saying, "Happy Friday Eve, the best part of the work week." Wow, well, thank you.
I would
Glad to be
agree.
a part of it. And then any new products to discuss? Maybe some Koch soaps / foams on their way. And we'll talk more about them once we have them on hand. But yeah, there is some new
I
stuff.
didn't know about that.
There is.
I also take pictures of all the products.
Yeah, so why don't
And
we
so
do
usually,
a brief
usually someone
bio
says,
for
"Hey,
Nate,"
we got this in like a month ago. We need to get this on the site."
Which, hey,
Oh,
sometimes
okay.
stuff
But
shows up.
Dust
and we're
off
not
those
supposed to talk
bottles over
about
there,
it yet.
Nate, and get some. Give
Yeah,
them good for
no one in the
pictures.
world's had these yet,
Oh,
but they've been on a pallet for a month.
It happens. It does.
oh. Yeah, so Nate, graphic designer, photographer. If you like the pictures on our website, you can thank him. All right,
Don't
we've
take me
got
too much.
Pat saying to Anthony, Levi, and Dane, "You guys always knock it out of the park. Kick it out of the park." Okay, thank you, Pat.
You're
Sorry,
welcome.
Levi, you're out, but you know what? I'm going to redirect that to Nate.
Thank
I'd
you.
say
Yep.
Nate,
Thanks.
good
Feels-
at kicking
feels
it out
I
of the park
just
too.
realized that it's a freaking crystal ball.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Dane. So what you're doing, I get this whole thing. What you're doing is you're picking their names and you're trapping every one of them inside this crystal ball
Oh, that's
as their picture
fantastic.
gets populated in there. You're sick.
That would just
Spooky.
be soul sucking and rude.
Yes.
Okay, speaking.
Gosh.
Here we go.
No sucking around here.
No. Delphine Bez. Hey guys,
yep.
hope you're doing fine. How would you deal with lint and dust on the windows inside the car when a bad towel has been used? It is a terrible task. Okay, there's not a follow-up, so it is a terrible task. Anthony?
Lint and dust on the windows inside the car when a bad towel has been used. So if I was working on an inside of a car in a detail and let's just say a towel started linting, I would probably try to switch. This is kind of hard because you might have to use like a couple new towels. A short pile towel is pretty nice, but also just a standard terry towel I feel works really good at picking up
Yeah.
residual lint. Because I would say, yeah, go with like a waffle weave or go with another or FTW. Just grab your standard. Just grab a normal terry weave microfiber, whether it's a minor 365. It could be just a standard all-purpose terry, and use that just to give the window a quick wipe down. Because of the pile on there, I feel like that pile grabs onto residual lint a little bit better, just kind of pulls it off, and then go back over with a different towel and just try to, give it a nice streak-free finish.
I'd say if you definitely pick up a towel, make sure that's been washed.
Yeah.
Don't grab a new one out of the pack, especially if you don't have enough lubricity on there. You'll definitely pull out some fibers for
Yeah.
sure.
I agree. So, just a standard towel. Just if you're, like I said, I think that a glass towel, especially if you have other lint on the window, a glass towel is going to have too short of a pile to be able to pull off that other residual lint, whereas something with a little bit of a deeper pile, but not too deep, will be able to remove that. So give it a shot.
Okay.
Dead Pedal, Andrew in the house says, why the heck is Meguiar's hyperdressing impossible to find?
Does it not appear in many auto parts stores? I'll be honest, I'm not usually like looking on store shelves for detailing products because we kind of have them all here. But
So
What is hyperdressing?
hyperdressing is one of their popular dressings, right? So hyperdressing comes in gallon size. It's part of their professional line, and it's highly dilutable if you want to dilute it. You can also It's one of those products you buy in a concentrated in gallon size, or you buy the ready to use.
Like Dynamic?
Very similar. It's
Okay.
very similar to Dynamic, which I'm assuming, I'm not sure, if there's any type of silicone in it, right, there could be a shortage of it, because we're finding that a lot of detailing products that contain silicone, especially for the dressing formulations, are
What isn't there
running
a
low.
shortage of?
I don't know. Well, there's a shortage of a lot of things, but that could be why. But I mean, I don't know. Not even 6 months ago, you could find hybrid dressing on online, but there might be a shortage. They might have pulled it. I'm not really sure.
Some of the key ingredients needed for products in that vein, I believe, are in
Try
right now.
honestly, Andrew. I know you live in BFE, but
hey, it's called Florida.
he lives in a very special area of Florida.
Right.
Where I say, Andrew, people live here, and
Gators do.
Well, gators and what's left of the dinosaurs.
Oh my!
But Andrew, you might have luck going to a paint and auto body shop. A lot of those paint and auto body shops will actually carry the Meguiar's professional line. Meguiar's contracts a lot of those paint and auto body shops, and so if you do have like a Napa paint supply stop, or maybe even just a, I don't know, mom and pop paint auto paint shop, they have detailing products there, and they often have the Meguiar stuff. So I know at least around here locally they sell that.
Oh, good
Dan
recommendation.
Pfeiffer says, I'm noticing significantly less dusting in my cars when using Dream Maker versus Bead Maker.
It's
Figuring out that less is definitely more with Dream Maker. You guys heard it yourself. Dan, I'll send you the $20 after the podcast. I'm just kidding. We did not pay him to say that.
Dream Maker has anti-static properties built into it. Bead Maker can't have that because of the actual chemistry of the product itself. To do what it needs to do, it can't have that. But you can always throw paint gloss over
Well,
that.
Dan, your findings is the same as our findings. That's just us personally. Honestly, the argument can go both ways, right? Some people say Bead Maker doesn't dust at all. Some people say it does. I would say that at least in our environment, I find that using Dream Maker, the cars stay cleaner for longer. So take that as you will. But I'm glad you're liking it. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and I'm glad the car's looking awesome. We have Gabriel, a.k.a. RSX Freak 79, right? Not to be confused with 78 or 80. Because
what happened to the first 78?
We don't
Too
wanna
many
talk
freaks
about
out there.
Oh,
There is, right? Especially being down in the Bay Area of California, right? What's it called? Hate Street?
I'm just going to let you go with that.
What happened there?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
There's plenty of crystal balls down there on that street.
There's
though.
the other 78 RSX freaks down there.
Yes. But Gabriel says, a family member asked me how I keep my vehicle so clean all the time, provided him with links to all the products I use from TRC, along with the Platinum Towel Kit. He seemed thrilled. Perfect. Yeah, no, the Platinum Towel Kit is a great way to get into it.
It's a little
it gets
of
the ball
everything.
rolling.
It's also a great Christmas gift. Seriously.
Yeah.
It's that perfect, like it's priced pretty well to where if you want to maybe spoil somebody just a little bit, if you have a car enthusiast in your life, the Platinum Kit's easy.
Or
Merry Christmas.
we've got the standard and the premium towel kits.
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of each.
Yeah.
Our kits typically, we try to restock and get on that, but they just sell out because of people like you who give them as gifts, and then they think, oh wow, these are great, and then buy more for other people, or just buy more towels from us because a lot of people don't even realize that we exist.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, speaking of that, actually, I just got to thinking. Does anybody want to do trick or treat, right, this year, right? Kids come to the house, give them microfiber towels. What do you say?
That would probably be the last time anybody goes to your house. So,
They're
on the
pulling out
upside,
like
if
a
you're not
creature,
into
and they're like, my
trick-or-treating,
treating,
you could
stuck
definitely
to all the
put an
fiber,
end to that.
all the candy's just sticking to the fibers.
man.
Here's a purple eagle
Yeah.
limited edition.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we have it, but here, take it.
Now, a little fun fact for anybody who doesn't know how inventory systems on websites work for a lot of e-commerce stuff, but if you're looking for a pack and you see, oh, there's this kit or there's this pack, and it's not just on our website, there's many others that work this way, where you find it and you're like, it's out of stock. You can usually find most of the towels or whatever items are in that pack. Oftentimes, it's just one or two things that may be out that cause that pack to not be available because you can't complete the pack. But in a lot of cases, if you're looking for some things that are in that kit and you just need those, just look for the individual items.
But they're also just super popular.
Yeah, no, I get it. But I'm just saying, for somebody who runs into that roadblock, it's not the end of the world. You can find a way around it.
Oh my gosh, we got Hans Clothing already coming in with a ho ho ho, Merry Friday Eve, towel friends.
Towel friends.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Towelins.
Towel friends. Thanks. We got David here. I can kind of stay for this one. What's up, guys? David is a very busy man. Very, very busy
He's
guy.
Is he a firefighter?
Yeah, well, we've actually got... Whoa, what happened to it? It used to be over there. I'm not sure where it went.
The props out.
The decoration got moved around.
So he's busy.
Yes, very. Okay. Thank you, David. We've got Hans here again. Wondering if anyone put C2V3 on glass.
Yes.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, it's great.
Honestly, whenever I'm using C2V3 as a drying aid, like I shoot it over the glass.
David
Dries
agrees.
right in. Yes, Hans, it works beautifully. But for the price, Bead Maker is a little bit better.
Bead Maker is great on glass. In a pinch, if you got nothing else to put in glass, Bead Maker is awesome for that.
Got Nick Diaz saying, ordered some Rupes coarse blue wool pads on Levi's recommendation. Can't wait to give them a try. You're going to like them.
Probably based
Great
on that
pads.
video I released, I believe yesterday,
With the
where
boat?
they were doing it on the boat there. Yeah, because that was the full Rupes DA coarse and fine system on the boat. By the way, if you haven't watched that yet and you're just curious to see those in action, check that out. We've also got some other videos where Levi is with Jason Rose and Dylan going over the system. So lots of opportunities there, but it's good stuff. All right, we've got Hans here again. I use OptiSeal now, but was thinking C2V3 might last longer than 9 months and maybe sheets off better. Well, there's trade-offs, pros and cons.
Try it on, see how it works for you.
Yeah, and depending on where you are, it can always make a difference too.
Post Sentinel says, "Happy Friday Eve, boys," and then coming up with Bill Pearson.
Beal.
Happy Friday Eve, my dudes from Muskie.
Murky.
It's probably musky there.
I'm going to go with murky because musky.
Have you guys been to Huntington Beach? It is a little bit of both, right? It can be musky. It can be a little murky.
Yeah.
Right? Weather's probably got to be pretty nice around there this time of year.
Yeah,
though.
probably. It is a beach.
It is. Just go for I go for the vibes, right? Great little breakfast spot over there in Huntington, right off one of the main streets there. I went there for I think like pancakes. It's like an outdoor patio setting where you can sit inside, outside kind of thing. It's right next to the Volcom store.
I love their...
not the Volcom store. There's a Surf Shack store. It's called something.
What, Huntington Beach?
Huntington, yeah. Huntington.
Great computer speakers.
Great, yeah.
I feel like we got real drive time radio vibes right now. So let's keep
Mike
it rolling
C
here with Mike C.
Says,
I
can't
even read
see
that.
what that says.
Oh
Dane.
my. Okay, let's open that on my other screen.
It's a
There you go.
two-parter.
All right, it says, oh, dude, I almost forgot about the Thursday Q&A again. Silly me.
Silly you.
Sometimes work doesn't allow me to watch, but worst case, I'll catch up with you guys on the replay. Thank you guys for everything you do. Thank you, man.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
And don't get
hopefully
fired.
it's a good one for you. Don't risk your career.
Yeah, not for our show. You can always catch up later. It's okay. We don't want that on our conscience for you.
He's like, guys, I got fired for watching your show. Can you support me financially?
Oh, yikes.
Wow, we got a Bead Maker CTV3 comments going on in the
They're
chat.
going back and forth on the glass. I got Dan here. Another one.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's all just gone back and forth. I'll tell you what, I'm going to move along here. And
just go ahead and see what we got going on.
There's a whole lot of back and forth. All right, we've got Andrew. Dane, what are your plans with the Town Ace? Are you keeping the stock motor? I'm so jealous and so obsessed with that little ditty.
LS swap the world.
Just imagine having to open up the passenger seat and look underneath, and there's a freaking LS looking back at you.
So what I think we need to do, right? So since
one of those
Andrew kind of ruined
motorized
it,
coolers.
so tell them what you bought. Tell everybody to look it up on Google, right?
Yeah.
What to look up so they know what you got, and then we'll cover it later in the Q&A.
So those who know me know I like weird cars and trucks and vans and other assorted things. Well, I decided I like a lot of firsts.
Ford
so this
isn't
time,
weird.
I picked up
Just big.
a right-hand drive vehicle. My first ever right-hand drive vehicle.
Nice.
It's a 1994 Toyota Town Ace Super Extra. It's a four-wheel drive van with a mid-engine configuration and a low-range transfer case, all that stuff. Like, it should be pretty cool. Locking hubs on the front.
Manual
all kinds
locking
of fun
hubs.
stuff. Yes.
I didn't even know they had that in Japan.
Pretty rad.
Awesome.
I kind of love that. So I'm looking forward to
a
it.
minivan.
It's gutless, but in a fun way. It reminds me of when I used to drive my Miata.
Yeah.
You had just enough power to feel like maybe I can do something and then disappoint yourself every time. But it's in a fun way. Just the jankiness makes it fun.
Okay, what year is it?
94.
So tell them to look up a 1994 Town Ace and come back at us with what you think.
Yeah. So feel free to make your own conclusions. Yes, you can tell me it's ugly and all those things. I hear you, but I'm going to have fun with it. I enjoy it, and it's very different from the Jag or the lifted truck or any of that other stuff. So continuing
Very
the
different.
theme. Hans here. Oh, man, we're just going back and forth. Dabbler. Let's try Dabbler. There you go.
Good Thursday, my dudes. Question, how dirty is too dirty for an O&R wash? Well, that's it. That is where I tell people to use common sense, right?
If you have a pressure, I know you've got a pressure washer.
Well,
Just use the pressure washer.
basically
Done.
I get this question all the time. How dirty is too dirty, right? Because I've said before, hey, there's really no such thing as too dirty. I mean,
Well, people were giving you trouble in the XT video
If-
where it was dusty and you're just like, oh, this is too
If
dirty
the
for
word-
rinseless wash.
If the word
It
grime
wasn't.
comes into your head, it's probably too dirty.
Yeah. So, I mean, the thing is, if there's mud, if there is caked on stuff on there, or you simply look at it and you think, okay, I got to be able to get into like all these cracks and crevices that I wouldn't normally have time to get into with a rinseless wash.
Pre-soak it.
Always pre-soak it. Like you do a pre-spray with a hose, do a pre-spray with a pressure washer, pull it in, and then knock out an O&R wash. But for anything that's like, I mean, I don't know. I've done washes in the dead of winter with my car was covered in sand and grit from the snowy roads, and I've still done an O&R wash, but I was smart about how I did
Looked
it.
like hell after in the spring. But boy, was it clean in the garage.
It's easy. I mean, you're gonna pre-spray with O&R and use quite a bit. I mean, so I'll go through with an IK sprayer or a bug sprayer, whatever you have, and then just try to loosen all of that stuff up. Pre-spray anything that you need with an APC. Pre-spray with anything like that, and then go through and have multiple mitts, have multiple towels, or be using an ultra black sponge, and be dunking often, be rinsing often, be smart about how you do it. But I think that there's a lot more capability there than most people think, and I've been able to do some pretty crazy things without marring, without scratching, without any issues. It's just common sense.
Well, if people want to get into O&R washes, we got a sale going on right now. Pick up some Eagle 350s.
They're great.
They're
great.
I don't know what we sell, 5 packs.
Yeah.
Pick up 2 of them, 25% off. You got a bunch of them in your bucket.
Well,
Good to go.
Yeah. If you've been holding out for
multi-talented, yeah.
Eagles, now's the time.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're not going to get another
10,
Eagle deal
10
like this.
lavender 350s, 10 yellow 350s, and you can do a multi-towel method, right? Flipping the towel.
Multi-cars.
Multi-cars, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And what's beautiful about, what I like about using the multi-towel method, right, especially when it comes to doing something with O&R, if I fill up a 5-gallon bucket, right, and I mix in my O&R dilution inside there, have my grit guard at the bottom, I throw in 5-6 Eagles, right? I pull one out at a time, wring it out, wash, flip my towel, set my towel aside, pull out my other towel, and then finish it. I have not introduced one of those towels back into the bucket, introducing any dirt, grit, or anything at all. That mixture is still pure.
1 bucket, 2 bucket.
1 bucket.
1 bucket. Wow.
Now, the cool part about that is after I'm done with using all my towels, flipping them and setting them aside, I still have a almost full bucket of an O&R mixture that I can put a lid on and save. For
You
the
can
next
just
wash.
Show the rest of the car.
In case you could, but when the grit guard flies out, dang it, I forgot about that. But no, and so that's an easy way to preserve O&R if you're really trying to cut back on cost. Would be the multi-towel method, doing that way, and then having plenty of extra for another wash at another time, because O&R can stay in a bucket for technically months, and when you don't have a towel inside an O&R bucket or any other type of media, you won't get any smelliness, you won't get any dinginess or anything like that. It'll stay nice and pure and clean. So just something to think about.
Fair. Now, Hans.
I don't get this.
Nate without a flute is a towel without fire. Hans, what do you mean by that? I don't
That's
know. I've never
I can
seen
get
Nate.
I should have brought my slide whistle. That's kind of
Oh,
like a
well,
flute.
yeah, you have a slide whistle. Not a flute, but
It's
a
in my
slide
desk.
whistle, yes.
Okay.
Can you recreate the sound of a
Skip
slide
it.
whistle
I don't
real
get
quick?
this.
No, you're not going to? Okay.
It makes me uncomfortable.
All right. So now we've got... Oh, whoops.
Levi, when did you shave your head and grow such a mustache?
Well,
I got younger.
oh.
Yeah, that's what
A
happens
few
when
years.
you go down to Utah for all these years. They have what's called the Fountain of Youth down there.
Mm.
Yeah.
And,
How's that working out for you?
A lot of in and out,
Okay.
some Top Golf, and
Couple lucky Mormon temples is really what it is.
couple of rear end collisions later.
Oh, no.
Poor Levi. We can't bring him. We
Jeez.
can't say that. He's watching this.
Sure, I can.
Dang it.
I've known him for a long time.
Yeah, you're
Speaking
you're
of
his buddy.
collisions, here we go. We have, is there any harm in running polish pads on a backing plate that is too small? Okay. I ordered 6-inch patch by accident. So yes, there is, how do I say this? I've done this in a pinch, and I've done this before. So what ends up happening is that depending on that backing plate, right, that backing plate can actually start, I guess you can say it almost has a little bit too much movement.
Speed wobble.
Well, the surface area is still covered, right? But that surface area is not getting as much surface area as that pad needs for the weight of that pad, right? And especially the diameter in which that pad is rotating at, right?
Right.
So what happens is that pad is spinning, right, and oscillating, and as it's moving, it's that there is a little bit of jiggle to that backing plate. It's not perfectly planted on there like it would if it was the right size.
To the Velcro.
To the Velcro,
Yeah.
correct, to the hook and loop. So what could potentially happen, depending on the speed you're running at, right? Let's just say you're running at a 5 or, let's just do 4, 5, 6, whatever you're running at. That pad could become loose on that backing plate, right? And literally fly off.
Well, and also I can only imagine because the backing plate is smaller, then you're only going to have your pressure is only going to be this big because you're not going to have pressure all the way around the pad.
And so, correct. And so what's going to happen is that you're not going to have the same pressure points all the way around. So you might have an edge that starts to have more pressure depending on the angle of which you're holding the machine. And also, they're dual action polishers, right? It's random orbital. That rotation may not happen the way it's supposed to happen. So you might actually not be having any pad rotation in certain areas depending on the angle of the machine. So I don't recommend doing it. I've done it in a pinch, and I only did it for like a hood. And I said, okay, I'm not risking any more than this.
I would just order a big backing plate. That way you have this pad, so you don't have to send it back. And then that way, if you run into this in the future, you've got some options.
Yeah, or just get the right pads. But if it's in a pinch, I mean, I just wouldn't do it.
Sure.
I wouldn't do it.
Don't make it a habit.
I wouldn't do it on purpose, is what I'm trying to say. I wouldn't say, "Yep, I'm just going to use big pads from now on."
But as people who've had to adapt to certain situations, like using a polish to do what really a compound should have been doing, we've found a way.
I guess
to,
you could do it
stick
by
to
hand if you wanted to.
That's a pain.
Wax on, wax off.
Don't
compound,
do that to
compound
G.
off.
Davis says Levi's in Utah to audition for an Osmond family tribute.
Not
Oh,
the
he's got
actual
the
Osmond
Suburban.
family, just a tribute band.
Yeah. Oh, G. Davis is pumped to see
says
Nate.
hi.
I
Oh,
know
G.
he is.
Yeah, he's.
You know
he's
what? We go
excited.
way back. We bond over bulldogs. We bond over clean little pickups. It's
He is a fan of the simple, honest pickup.
he's a good follow.
Yeah.
I feel like I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that goes for all you out there. You want a guy who's into, all the good things. G's the guy.
Mhm.
All right, Alex.
What is
Happy
up the towel company?
You go ahead.
Oh, not that one. Sorry, I'm new to this. This is weird.
No, what's on the screen is current. What's over there is
No.
upcoming.
You're good. You're good. Okay.
Hello, San Diego. Happy Friday Eve, fellas. Canadian Thanksgiving is this weekend. I'm patiently waiting for G. Davis's review on the interior of Dane's new van. Dane,
am I?
I mean, G's a straight shooter.
Yep.
And he's gonna review it like Top Gear should.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna see those curtains.
Well.
He's gonna see the swiveling back seats.
It's gonna make a lot of assumptions.
Yeah. he might, but he might like what he sees.
He's a fan of Toyotas, though.
All we need to do is once we get that massage chair mounted in the back, since there is enough room.
Oh my
I just plug that directly into the 12-volt.
Dane Hennon.
Bigger battery.
Dane Hennon mobile massage unit.
Oh my god!
It's just
Massage van.
free massage on the side of the van.
He's flatlining. Get him a massage.
Yeah.
Stat.
Well, come right in to my van and sit in this
massage
chair.
chairs from the mall.
Yeah.
No one's going to the mall nowadays.
Why are you plugging me into an IV?
I think I'd be more concerned about the fact that I'm
hangover
driving
van.
that van around and the whole thing is just sagging in the back. It just looks like a sick dog everywhere it goes.
Despacho says, what is up, the Tau Company? And we got Ken Jeeper says, does the 600 ever sell? I never see one using it. So the 600 is actually very popular.
Mm-hmm.
We find that it has its own niche. There's a lot of people out there that like the kind of heavier density plush towels. And we don't really, honestly, we don't highlight it a whole lot in photos and things like that.
It's like the 1100 Everest.
Yeah.
It's like a cult favorite for.
We can't get rid of it because people freak out if we even say we're going to
Right.
get rid of it. So we keep it around. But the 600 was initially going to be called do you guys remember the prototype name?
Oh yeah, we had some different names we were throwing around.
I think I wasn't here.
It's called the Warhawk is what it was going to be called.
Ooh, that is pretty badass.
So
so
I do
kind,
like
of
that.
kind of the code name.
It was a super badass
The working
name,
title.
and then Jeff said
Like
that's
the
too
CTSV
complicated.
Blackwing.
We're going to have to call it the 600 because people are going to get confused.
No, that was that SEMA when we were driving home, and I was like, we need to introduce families for the product so that it's more easy for people to understand.
So
So they're all Eagles, they're all same material, but they're different weights, different densities.
sorry guys, Dane's the
Yeah.
reason why you got the Eagle 600 instead of the Warhawk.
I logicked it to death. Sorry.
So yeah, hopefully that makes you feel any better.
Well, we can just use that a badass name for something else.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, the Warhawk could still live on.
700.
Dead
Now they're
Pedal.
turning into like motorcycle names.
Dead Pedal says, y'all should open a bakery and call it
Ragamuffin.
Ragamuffin.
I appreciate that, Andrew. Are you just hungry? Is that why you're writing
All I
these
think
things?
about whenever I hear ragamuffins, I think of Michael Scott.
Cats.
Oh, no.
The cats.
That's not it.
Nope. Well, Scott's Tots is where my brain went now that he said that. But all right.
Tony says, ooh, I've never heard of the small eagle towels. Yeah, the eaglets.
Eaglets.
Should pick them up. Dabbler Details says, also, when are the Halloween shirts going to be revealed? Bring back the Scully shirt. So what are your thoughts there, Nate?
Soon.
Says the guy who designed it.
I mean, I
on?
think they're in production.
I remember seeing the email and signing off.
So we're
on
gonna
it.
have new shirts. They're not gonna be the Scullies. That's that's past. You're gonna have to find one on eBay or something.
They're gonna
But,
open up another black market just for
yeah.
another. Wow.
But we're gonna have different stickers. So we took one of the shirt designs that came in second place, and we're gonna turn that into a sticker. So yeah, it'll be cool. We'll have some variety.
You had some pretty awesome
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
suggestions.
One
like,
of the
"Here, try this,
design
guys."
wasn't too Halloween-y, and I think I'd like to turn that into some sort of maybe like a summer shirt or something like that.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're pretty cool.
Agreed. We got Dirk Dew saying, "Nice day, guys. Thumbs up." Thank you, Dirk. And I want to make sure I didn't lose my place here. Yes, that's the top of that page. So we go over here.
But yeah, I did like the Scully shirt. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, yeah. The Scully's a classic now. That's such a good shirt. G. Davis, this one's for you, Nate.
Nate, do you ever get calls in the office from people wanting to reminisce about the old Q&A studio? No. So funny thing, G, is I'm actually I moved out of that office because if most of you don't know, I worked in the old Q&A and podcast studio.
It became
Loved
your
it.
office.
Yeah, I thought it was great. And then decided to move next door, which was the old command studio, which still had foam and everything up. So I'm in that office now. But no, I'm kind of TRC's best kept secret,
Wow, and humble too. Okay, Next up, Alkaline Towpat. Dan.
Yeah, glad to see you guys continuing to spread Eagle love.
Yeah, we're
one day at a time here,
Actually,
Dan.
that does ring a bell.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because remember, we were thinking there was another Eagle sale, maybe it was back in 2019. I'm not quite sure, but it was like spread the Eagles.
Oh no!
Do you remember that?
Yeah, there were some ideas that flew around a little bit, and then
I think it happened. I think it was more than just an idea. I think it happened.
Conditions. Oh boy. Okay. Well, thank you, Lars. Nice to see you here. Good evening to you. It's still kind of early in the day for us, but yeah. Got Dabbler here.
He says, and lastly, how does one go about getting custom colored towels? Dabbler, we used to be able to do a lot of, private labeling stuff. We used to be able to do like smaller orders like that.
I was going to say, we still could. We choose not to in some cases.
It is a headache. We used to enjoy doing it, but then it just got really convoluted with manufacturing and made things really tough. And so right now we aren't really doing custom orders, but
I'll be honest, they're kind of a nightmare.
A lot of the hard part with custom colors specifically is you don't know if these are going to bleed like crazy. And that alone takes months just to perfect the color.
Colors are something that, you definitely got to workshop it and make sure it's going to be right. But the other thing is there's always a possibility that somebody orders something and they imagine it being a certain way, and then it arrives and they go, this isn't what I wanted. And then you end up with that. That's why custom is so frustrating. It's because people are, they have a hard time committing sometimes. So
that's true. And sometimes it takes months and months and months.
Yeah. But, there are exceptions. If, it's somebody that you have something there that you really want to do, throw it at us. May say yes, may say no, but you can send it to anthony@theragcompany.com. And he can take a peek. That's right.
Through Anthony. Yeah, try that.
Try that. All right. Hans.
I bet G. Davis kind of
only likes... Oh, why did I click that? All right, G. Davis.
Dane's new fan has the hugs and free candy in Japanese written on it.
Oh.
It's to say Godzilla
got me pregnant.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Well, that happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe not such a straight shooter. Maybe not such a good guy.
Ridiculous. Colin, right? He's actually one of our grand ambassadors for Q4 2021.
Welcome.
I had a phone
to
call
the
with him the other day and had some good inside jokes, right? I said, hey, man, I'm like, you follow the Q&A, right? You know what's going on. You know all the fun stuff. Colin, very reserved. He was I didn't know if I was intimidating him by coming off too hard with the jokes at first, but I think towards the end there, we began to we came on good terms. It was good.
Oh, good.
But yeah,
Glad
so
to hear it.
what does he say though? He says, "Everyone, please have a prayer for G. Davis. He's down bad today after getting a long night in Meridian with Dane. Oh my."
Oh my God!
Don't ask. Just think about him often.
What are you? Okay.
I can only just imagine him on the phone. Just, hey, Anthony, how's it going?
Oh,
and then
boy.
G. Davis and Dane and Meridian.
This
In his
educational
new van.
program has gone sourly off the rails. Okay.
We got RSX Freak says, "Thanks, Nate, for the Dumb and Dumber quote. Big gulps, huh?
It's good. It's a good one. Oldie but a goodie.
Airborne.
Go ahead, Nate.
Were there ever plans to innovate on the Optimum Clay Mitt? The perforated clay on a mitt would be amazing. What it was,
yeah.
I actually have one. I love it.
We
It existed.
So when we took over the whole Optimum clay mitt, clay toweling, on our side of things, we, like I said, we loved the concept of everything. The cost for us to make the towels was pretty crazy. But we did the towels first, right? Because we wanted to see if the towels would take off, and then go from there and potentially jump into the mitts. Now, the towels sucks because I think they're on one of the many ships floating around the Pacific somewhere over there.
I was going to say, the towel doesn't suck. The situation with the towel sucks.
Sorry.
It's a phrasing, man. Phrasing, because the towels are awesome.
It just sucks that because we have them, they need to be here anytime. But depending on, everybody loved the towels, so we could probably see what we can do about doing the mitts too. It's just, it's going to be so far out by the time it happens. That's the only downside.
There's going to be, I clay.
You clay often,
and there's probably gonna be so much innovation by then. There's probably gonna be like a clay glove. I don't know
if that exists. I think it's not great.
Does it?
Yeah, it's not great. I've seen it. It's not good. What we need
send me the link.
Somebody to come do the claying for us. Despacho says, is it me or does it look a little? Does Levi look a little different? He does look a little different today.
I see facial hair, glasses. I don't see the problem.
I'm a Coke guy.
Oh, wow! You
I've had to come to Jesus.
Oh man, that's great.
Graham, it's normally hello lads, but this week it's Nads. Happy Friday! Thank you.
Who is this?
So kind.
Who is this character?
Graham. Oh, he's a character. All right, next up, we've got page 2. Bam. Corey.
Any insight on this year's Black Friday Cyber Week sales? What were the sales like last year? Crazy. They were crazy.
He's looking for specifics.
I
know.
I don't know.
We were just giving stuff away.
We've got too many eagles.
Yeah, take them. No, We'll have probably like a big discount and then probably some special kits and stuff for the big day.
It seems it's not just a typical sale like everywhere else. I'm sure people are probably starting their Black Friday sales like right now. So just wait and see, and it'll be worth your while, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, fair. All right, we got Hans.
New Levi, is there a folder with all the sticker designs? And are you willing to share that? Yes, on my computer, and no, thanks.
There's a lot of secret prototypes hidden in there.
There's a lot of stuff that just is still on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Could always be picked up again. You just don't know.
Corey B says also, is the rag company or their suppliers having any known supply chain issues? We're not really having supply chain issues. Things are moving. It's actually just the logistics. It's the shipping stuff that's killing us right now. And but no, we're not having any issues. There shouldn't be any shortages of microfiber.
Although I suppose if you count that as supply chain, it's between us and the customers.
Technically,
it is part of the chain.
The nice thing about us, though, is we have big warehouses and we like to supply up. So if you are buying from us, you are not getting something drop shipped or, we have what you want.
And
we'll just send it to you.
It's not somebody necessarily just sitting at a computer in a basement like, I have 5 packs here and do that. No, like we have a lot
Anybody
of stuff
can drop ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's shipping's the only thing, but but we're locally. I mean, if you're placing orders, you're still getting your stuff in a couple days.
Yeah.
We have Wesley Oaks says, afternoon, boys. Anyone in the Atlanta area should come check out 2 nationals.
Z Nationals
at Z1.
He looks like a
Motorsports.
Nissan guy, so yeah.
This weekend, I'll probably be slinging some O&R on the new Z. Come haul.
I like that new Z. Larry Chen did a video, the Hoonigan autofocus.
It looks like the Ford Probe.
Oh, no. Are we going to have a conversation about I think it's the best looking one since the Z32. Nick apparently says Anthony looks like a Probe.
I think it looks good.
The Ford Probe was a big seller. There's nothing wrong with
it. It looks much better than the new FRS, GT86, whatever.
I actually like those, but I think they look a little bloated.
I just think they look too round.
It's so barry.
I don't know.
It's modern car design seems to go that way. I like that they incorporated a ducktail though this time. actually
Sure.
made it because they saw so many tuners doing it. They're like, we'll just do it.
Yeah.
So, hey, it's there with accurate
Well,
taillights.
Wesley, awesome. Have fun, dude. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Jimmy Moto says, do we have an official Brooks running detail shoes for 2021 or 2022? I need some new work shoes. So honestly, the Brooks Ghost 14s
Still the
are
Ghosts.
extremely comfortable. Probably one of our favorite just overall detailing shoes.
They're the most versatile.
They are no, honestly, seriously. I wore those on a walk the other night, and I was like, "Dang, man, these are it."
They're style and comfort.
Like, I get it. I like my cool looking shoes.
Yeah.
I like to look youthful, young, hip, right? I don't think Brooks necessarily scream that, right? But when everybody's
But you know what? Do
what?
my friends over at ASICS.
No.
That's Nate.
no.
That's arguably worse. I don't
Way
think
to
any
flat
of
tire
those
this
style of shoes
conversation.
are necessarily cool or youthful. But the thing is who really cares when you're able to stand for up to 17 hours a day in one spot because of how comfortable those shoes are?
In one spot. I game standing up.
Oh, my.
Actually, Sydney's shoes are pretty badass.
Yeah.
The black with the colored soles, I think that's
So
pretty cool.
Those are the not the glycerins. Those were the same ones that Levi has. What does he call them? Something like carbon fiber footbed
Glycerin.
and a nitrogen infused bed sole. or
Yeah,
something.
way to throw it back.
Okay.
All right.
David
David.
Cervantes?
Cervantes,
Yeah?
yeah.
My body shop career can wait. The TRC Q&A cannot.
Wow.
I will post some pictures of this week's project on the Facebook group.
Ooh, do it.
Thank you for doing that.
I like pictures.
And next up, we got Consta. Any tips on using Rupes yellow wool? It leaves a little bit of marring / holograms with a 21 millimeter DA. I'm using mid-cut compound.
Could you use the Uno?
Well, in
Well,
this
it
case,
just-
so
it-
mid-cut compound is what they're using right now.
Well, it
but-
just depends because the Rupes yellow wool, it can leave micro marring.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's very
Yeah.
fine. It's a very fine haze. But it all depends on just the hardness of the clear, right? And so, I mean, sometimes when I've worked on really hard clears, the micro cut or not the micro cut, but the yellow wool finishes out like beautifully. I'm
So
like, what the
What
heck?
is mid-cut? Is it the yellow? Blue?
Mid? I don't know what mid cut is. I
Yeah,
don't know what
I'm not
compound he's
familiar with
using.
what
I don't
one
know what
he's
mid
using.
cut
Because
is.
what if we use the gold or the yellow with the yellow wool? I mean, will that be...
Well, all it comes down to is he's using a compound.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
using- and
assuming he's
using-
not trying to finish with a compound. The only compound you can finish with.
It doesn't matter what
like
he's
that would be
using.
last
All the result is that he's getting micro marring
Sure.
using that pad and that combination, right? I don't know if he's doing a one-step. I don't know if he's doing a two-step. If he's doing a two-step, he needs to go back over it again with a lighter foam pad. But the thing is it has nothing to do with really the machine. The holograms could be used because of how soft the clear is and the motion of which you're running it. You could be running up to too high of a speed. You could be dragging the pad rather than letting it rotate and work on its own. So there's a lot of different variables there. But if you're getting holograms and if you're getting micromarring regardless, I would just recommend going back over it with a finer grade foam pad since it sounds like you're working with softer clear. That's what I would do.
Keeping
I was
things
getting
cooler,
that with
keeping
my
things cleaner.
S10.
Yeah.
That clear was pretty soft, even on the wipe off. So I was wiping off with a 365, and I had to switch to an Eagle because it was just too soft.
Yeah, that's okay.
Fair.
Nothing wrong with that.
Hans. Oh my gosh. Oh, by the way, I now have seen all the TRC videos on the channel. It took me a little while. Hans, that is like, what, 800 videos
A
now?
lot of videos.
Is there an
Between 600 and 800 videos, I think.
Is there an achievement for that we can?
All I got was this subscriber award.
I'm still waiting for that one. We got to hit 100K so we can get a silver play button. I don't know what that's like, Anthony. What's that like?
I don't know. I hope. So did you know? I didn't know if you knew this, Dane. When you apparently, I didn't know this. I found out through just watching some other famous YouTubers. When there's like a lot of them out there. When you hit 100K, right?
When you hit 100K.
The
Yeah,
Strad man, he means.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He loves the Strad man.
Yeah, the Strad man, my favorite guy.
I think
Anyway,
he's at 100K.
So what I'm trying. Let me just finish what I'm saying.
He's doing good for himself,
ahead.
right?
What I'm going to say.
Okay.
When you hit 100K, once you get your award in, you can actually order additional awards for other members on your team.
Interesting.
So is Jason getting one?
That is funny,
man.
but I don't know who you're talking about. So
wow.
But no. So
Jason,
for
your award's
example,
in the mail.
Dane, you could have your own plaque that goes in your own house.
Wow.
Nick could have his own plaque, right? But you know who deserves it most importantly would be Seabass, the backbone of our
the one who
editing
really
and
does
media
everything
company.
around
So
here.
he would
Just
get
ask
one.
anybody.
But yeah, so everybody could get a plaque. How cool would that be?
That'd be pretty neat.
How many more subscribers do we need?
Almost twice as many.
Okay.
Actually, we're right at the 60K mark. 41 to go.
Okay.
41,000.
If we can hit, if we can hit 41,000 subscribers by the end of the day
We're on
today.
the road to 100K.
Do you have a cousin?
Hit
Do you
the
have
bell.
a daughter? Do you have a mother, brother, whatever? Tell them hit subscribe.
Dude, I don't even know how.
This is sad.
We need viral videos.
I feel like, you hit a point and you're just like plateauing. It's not fun.
Push you down.
Yeah.
Suppress them.
Suppress
Yeah,
it.
well, let's get to some more
yeah.
comments, huh?
Anyway,
Maybe
that
this
was
is how
fun.
we do it.
Yeah. This is how we do it. Okay.
Complaining
Instead
about
of instead of complaining about it,
Oh,
let's answer
yeah.
some
Put in
G.
the
I
work.
think that wins
some
them
G.
over.
Davis questions.
the ones that matter.
When I think of Dane and an Asian band, the first thing I think of is Super Extra.
Oh
Yep.
boy, thanks, buddy. Oh no,
Oh, wait, I didn't see it. What did it say?
it was just Han saying
Oh,
something about
yeah, I
extras.
see that now.
Yeah, so Patrick
Patrick.
Tuggles.
It says pressure washer and APC pre-rinse before you use the sponges, spongies, or towels. I haven't done a soap wash in years, and all I get is practically dirty trucks and cars. Yeah, well, same, but I haven't used an O&R wash in years. But you can't go wrong with a pre-soak.
Yeah, pre-soak, pre-soak everything. If that's what you want to do, if you need to do it. Bill Pearson says, washing my car with O&R for the last 6 weeks. Last week when I was drying, I noticed that I could only, what does it say, describe?
Describe as
I know
I could
what
only
Bill's
desire
talking about here.
stains left by my...
Those are probably what you're looking at is polymer spots.
Yeah.
Those are easy to get rid of.
It
All you
could
do
have
is
it
re-wet.
could have been that maybe you were washing and it dried before you got to it.
Yeah.
Well,
the big key difference when you're
yeah.
dealing with O&R
Or
is
temperature.
unlike soap and water that leaves soap stains and water spots like that, or mineral water, that kind of stuff. With O&R, all you're leaving behind are polymer spots. So
the other
all you
thing,
have to
too-
do is re-wet it with O&R, wipe it away,
Well, we got the
and it's
O&R
gone.
master right here.
Well, I know what he's talking about, and it really depends. So there's a couple different things here. Right? I don't know how hard his water is, right? But O&R is meant to not neutralize the minerals within the water, but try to do their best job at preventing them from sticking to a surface.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
encapsulates
not a
traps
perfect
and-
system, but it's hell of a lot better than everything else out there.
It's
And
effectively a
so-
water softener.
It is a water softener, but that's it. It's a water softener. It's not a water spot preventer. So
Correct.
I have like 2 times in all of my O&R washes have I ever seen the hard mineral content get through the barrier of which O&R could keep those minerals from sticking. And so what I'm saying is that you could potentially have some mineral deposits being left behind that quite haven't turned into a water spot, but were forming that from the pre-spray that you initially did. Also, depending on the heat, the temperature of the panel, direct sunlight, not direct sunlight, there are some other variables there, but it also could be polymer spotting. It also could be hard water spots that you have that you do not notice.
And you only found them because you cleaned away the surface.
Well, that, but also sometimes mineral etchings from water spots can actually like mask themselves very well within paint, right?
Oh, like when somebody polishes them, but they don't use an actual product to remove the minerals, and then they go back later and the spots have reappeared.
It's like mineral ghosting, and so what happens is that even though your panel looks water spot free, it may even be water spot free, but has been exposed to hard water in its lifetime at some point, right? And you've polished it, and those water spots kind of appear back with time, or maybe they kind of ghost for a little bit. When you wipe over an area of that with a damp towel, you can actually see, I guess you could say, the artifacts of what was left behind by the water spots. I know that this is very boring.
Is very boring for
but that's all
no,
the
there
thing.
are people who suffer
So
from this.
what
for
I'm
sure.
saying is that either A,
They
the water is
suffer
still
from it,
too hard,
suffer from
Bill,
it. It's an
or
ailment.
I would say that could be some polymer spotting left behind, or you could have pre-existing water spots that you may have not noticed that are still in the paint or within the clear. So what I would do, don't pre-spray the whole car with ONR at one time, unless maybe you're in a more of a controlled environment, and maybe just do a panel at a time to see if that helps with any type of spotting that you would have when you go to wipe over something.
Yeah. My advice about the polymer spots was more of a
sense.
general thing. Like, if there weren't spots there before and you see that, that's when you know pretty sure it's going to be a polymer
Like,
spot.
if there's anybody you want to talk to about water spots, it's me. I
Sand it
freaking
down.
hate
Yeah.
water spots. I will literally...
You've done 2 videos about it
I
and a
can't-
whole bunch of sub videos.
Actually,
can't do it anymore.
you want to get on the road to 100K? Let's do another water spot video.
Yeah,
That's-
true. Those actually
Hey guys,
do pretty
Anthony
well.
with the Rad Company here,
People
and
love
today we're
those.
doing nothing but water spot videos until we hit 100,000 subscribers.
Water spot videos for 19 hours.
Yeah.
Literally, you just start calling it. You're like, "Welcome to the Water
It's a
Spot
water
Company."
spot
where
removal loop, ASMR loop.
Wait till he gets to the
YouTube-
end.
YouTube added that feature where you right-click, you can tell it to loop now, and you just whatever video you have, it'll just keep looping because they
That's what we
realized
need to
that
do on
they were
every
tired of people
single
posting
video.
10-hour versions of songs and things. Yeah.
Hans probably
Anyway.
has all our videos on the loop function anyways.
Oh, yeah.
So it's well, he has a special episode where it's just
loophole.
it's Levi grunting sounds, 10-hour loops.
And keys dingling.
Yeah.
So Hans here says he loves the new Pearl applicators. Have used it with a few products now. Works like a charm. We are fans of the Pearl applicators.
Awesome,
They are
Hans.
awesome.
Thank you.
And down to another new page. Those are from a minute ago. Going to page 2, alkaline toe pet. Here we go.
Big red sponge, ultra black sponge, a better choice than multiple towels for a very dirty vehicle during an O&R wash. The multiple towel is just, that option is just, I think,
The safest one.
it's the safest and probably it's maybe a little bit more time consuming because you have to fold the towels, but then you also know that it's safe and you're not reintroducing
right.
stuff. Can we stop talking about O&R?
It always goes back, though, because it is the backbone of every good home detailing setup. You have some form of a high-quality rinseless wash, usually O&R, and it just makes life a little easier until you want to break out the foam cannon and make a show for your neighbors.
For the honeys.
That's right.
Dabbler says, backstory, I'm stuck in Mexico for the moment. Free will intact. Don't
okay.
worry. And pressure washing isn't available. However, I did get a Ryobi cordless pressure washer, and it's only decent.
I can't imagine you're going to get a lot of pressure out of
Mexico.
a cordless.
Oh, he's street racing.
No, so Dabbler goes down to Mexico quite a bit.
Down in Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
has a timeshare in Tijuana. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just okay.
No, I don't know. He is
It's
in
like, what do you
Mexico
know that
often.
we don't?
I don't
Okay.
know. But a timeshare in Tijuana just sounds fun.
Does it?
I don't think it does.
That
Minus
sounds like
the
a
stabbings.
problem waiting to
Well, you
happen.
All
a lot
right,
of
and
cheap
on
stuff.
that note, though, really quick, before we jump to G. Davis's comment, we do have to go to a quick break.
We
Yes,
do.
there is a break in this. And so after a few of these important messages, we'll be back and ready to rock and roll.
See you in a
Okay.
minute.
Hey guys, it's Anthony with the Rad Company, and do you know what's better than Q&A Thursday? Yes, that's right, it's Wash Wednesday. Not just because I host it, but because it is a genuinely entertaining and hopefully informative series where we take cool cars, cool owners, and wash in an impromptu interview setting. So make sure to check out Wash Wednesdays right here at the Rad Company YouTube channel. See some cool cars, see some cool people, and maybe learn a thing or two.
Hey guys, Levi for the Rag Company. And in case you've been living under a rock these last few months, well, have I got news for you. You can go back and binge the TRC Rex content you want. That's right, we have neared the end of our TRC Rex build. What is TRC Rex? Well, it's our 2004 Subaru WRX STI, and we literally bought this car and completely rebuilt it. So go to the Rag Company YouTube channel and you can binge literally from the start all the way to today, which, well, we're pretty much done. But the point is, you can do just like Netflix and binge every single episode from the comfort of your couch. So go check out TRC Rex right here, the Rag Company YouTube channel.
Hey guys, Zay there, the Rag Company, and here on the Rag Company YouTube channel, we've launched something new and exciting. We all love seeing garage tours and seeing how other people's garages are laid out, and we thought we would do our own twist on that. And while we aren't so obsessed, we're definitely good enough. And so what we want to do is make an entire new series, bring you guys along and doing garage tours of different people's garages to see layouts, what they've done with the walls, what they've done with the floors, what they've done with the lighting, the storage, the tools, the detailing products, and so on. It's going to be a really cool series to hopefully give you guys new ideas and maybe make it more relatable to everybody watching. It's not Obsessed Garage, but it's definitely good enough garage. So check that out here on the Rag Company YouTube channel.
The thing is it comes in a little quick.
Yeah.
It shocks me, right? It's
Hi, by the way, we're
I like
back.
the one in the corner. I think that's pretty cool.
Surprise. I think
Hey.
it's meant to be kind of scary.
Spooky.
Speaking of scary, right?
Yeah.
Scary good deals.
Gosh, guys, I have been
Ooh,
craving
transition.
some stale gummies lately. Like, it has been a bad craving.
Again, this guy.
Down bad for some 2-year-old Sour Patch Kids.
So, I told you guys about the
All of that is
gingerbread
wrong.
house, right?
Ew, no.
So, yes.
No.
Anyway,
Yeah,
continue.
there
don't.
There was a gingerbread house that we got for last Christmas to build.
What are these rocks?
we
No,
for-
they're
that we forgot about.
gumdrops.
And my mouth is watering right now thinking about this. I just swallow because what was
You're
left
an
in it
RSX freak.
was a bunch of Haribo little of the tiny gummy bears
Yeah.
in these individual packs, and they were rock hard. And when I found out, because I opened it up and I said, this graham cracker couldn't be good, right? And Katie's like, don't you eat that. I took a bite of it and I spit it out. I said, that's disgusting. It's stale.
I want more.
And then I opened up the gummy and I chewed on it and almost broke my tooth. And she's like, there's something wrong with you.
You put this in your mouth, you let it sit all day, then it starts to get soft. Love it.
When your preferred snacks can be used for masonry purposes, it's time to
I
change
want
the
one gummy to
things
last the
you
flight.
like to snack on.
To Monterey.
Does. It will. You think I'm kidding, but man,
Something is
it's
wrong
just the
with
gift
this guy.
that keeps on giving. So we got
All right.
G. Davis.
All right. Let's
Oh,
get to
wow.
it.
What a comment to come back on.
I tell you what, my wife and I just finished the Bachelorette or Bachelor in Paradise season finale last night. It's pretty good.
Was it
Yeah.
satisfied?
Yeah, it was good. The storyline between Grocery Store Joe and what was her name? Anyways, it was great. It was everybody wanted Serena. Everybody wanted to see Serena, but Serena just wanted Grocery Store Joe.
Yeah.
So it was good.
There's
Man,
nothing
I'm
wrong with that,
lost.
right? Honestly, I think there's a grocery store Joe in all of us, and sometimes simple is better. So we have G. Davis
Wow.
saying, Anthony, how dirty is too dirty on a first date? Asking for Hans Klosen, the new star of Bachelor, The Bachelor, the Netherlands.
The Netherlands.
Okay. Thank
Oh,
you.
man.
Dustin
Too
here
funny.
asking Anthony, what's up? He's got
What's going
a
on,
Type
dude?
R right there in
Ooh, very cool.
the avatar. Okay, moving on to page 2. We got Hansi. G. Davis, news here was that you were going to be the host and all the girls started drooling, as is G. Davis's effect on people. G. Davis just laughs. Yoshi. All right, we got Yoshi here. I know y'all try to avoid stuff like this, but I heard a rumor that Max Shine is saying they make Rupes polishers. That is
That is so far from the truth
That's funny.
that I literally don't even know how to. I can't even address it.
He's trying to
Yoshi.
get your goat, man.
wow.
Yeah.
Chill. Just chill.
Do you want to know who makes Rupes polishers? Right?
Dylan.
Oh my God, we're gonna find something out right now.
No. What was our friend's name that helped us make ours? He's a bearded guy. What was his name? What's that?
Oh,
Stephen?
Fletch, right?
Lurch.
A man named...
That was me. That was the first name that came up. I'm sorry.
His name was Lurch.
Dane, we're going to chain you up if you're giving this guy a name like
He's one of those guys
He was
that's
so
small.
nice to us.
His name is
and
Fletch.
so patient.
He is a gentle giant.
He was
What
so
about
patient.
Pudge?
And
he's been mad.
We're done.
a guy named Fletch is hand making Rupes polishers in Colorado, along with all of the other Italian-made polishers.
How do we know that? Because we actually built
literally
it.
went there and saw it for ourselves.
With the assistance of them, of course.
And the
yeah.
thing is they had like jigs, right?
I think they get all the plastics from MacShine.
Oh my God. Okay, no.
yeah.
We're,
No.
no.
Let's-
That's,
Come on.
No.
We're having
no.
fun. Just a couple
The problem is
guys.
anybody can look at things and then
Dude.
go, wow, they said
Dude.
this. They must have meant it. No.
MacShine says they do a lot of things.
Well, they want to say that to get your business.
Yeah, they want to say that.
You know
say a lot of
Rupes?
things.
Yeah, that's us.
Well, they spent all their marketing dollars on all the
Anyway,
influencers.
we've
sorry, moving
got
on.
Peter Judge.
So, Peter Judge says, "Good afternoon, guys. What are essential tools for bringing to the junkyard?" Oh my God, this is the best freaking question I've ever got in my life. And how important is having that nut busting torque? So, Nate, as a fellow junkyarder, junkyard enthusiast,
I'm waiting.
right?
I'm waiting with bated breath.
You actually had a pretty big endeavor just recently.
Yes.
You probably pulled the biggest item out of a junkyard that me and Levi have ever pulled.
Yeah, I bought a new pickup. The bed was destroyed. Went to the junkyard, found a fresh pickup bed. It was $180.
Yeah. A whole bed.
A
whole bed.
bed.
$180.
Grabbed I don't know, sunroof partition that I found laying on the ground, so I'm not laying in the dirt.
Yeah.
Nut busted 6 bolts,
Mm-hmm.
and man, these guys came over. Jimmy came over for emotional support.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on a wheelbarrow and wheeled it out into the parking lot and
Oh, wow.
Put it on.
zipped it in.
Zipped it.
Zip it up and zip it out.
Put the damn bed back on in the parking lot and drove it across the street, and we got it, got it on there perfect.
If that's not junkyard behavior, I don't know what
no
is.
junkyard
And
tools.
I
are-
got a full ass interior.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say a necessity. I think like a junkyard toolkit is killer. Like one of those like 108 piece, Craftsman or Huskies, whatever you want to pull in. Anything that's got sockets.
But also light.
Light because you all also light. But sockets, pop clips, pop clip poppers. You want screwdriver. I would try to say what I have. It's my favorite tool. I never knew I needed. Right. It's also very cheap. What it is it's this flat little kind of, I don't know how to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
It's this flat piece
Mm-hmm.
that you can put a bit into, right? But it's a ratcheting, flat, thin piece that has a ratchet thing on it. So it has a feature on it.
Is
to
it
where
flat?
It's flat, yeah.
Is it ratchet?
It's a ratchet, but you there's no extension on it. All you do is put a bit into a hole, and then you can crank it left to right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't have anything so you just kind of do one of these.
No,
Nugga
you
nugga.
hold it like this. So when you have a tight area that you can't get a screwdriver into,
Oh, yeah.
you can't get a bit into, this has this much clearance.
Uh-huh.
I mean, all you do is slide it up into there, put it
Oh.
in, and then
I think I've
Right,
seen
right.
that. It looks like a little puck. Oh, I've seen the ones that look like little pucks.
Mhm.
yeah.
With like a 3/8 drive, and you put it on there, and you just kind of
But
do.
there's not
Just
even a
enough.
drive on it. It's just a freaking hole that you put a bit into.
Right.
That's it.
Well, get one of those.
It's the best thing I've ever bought, and it was like
don't-
$14 off of Amazon. It came with all sorts of Torx bits and stuff like that, and it's strong, and it's a perfect tool. Like when you have like a center console in a car, and you have your seat right, and you have a screw right, and you can't get to it because of the backrest or the angle, and you're like, how am I supposed to get into this right? That tool, you go down in there, you cinch it up into it, and little cranks.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me a picture of that.
Dude, I'll send you an Amazon
Little flat
affiliate
ratchet
link.
piece.
Can I send an affiliate link to these guys right
All
here?
right.
I need to make some.
Cardo's Auto Detailing.
Spent all my
What's
money
good,
on that
gang?
plaque.
Anyone ready to detail on heavy rainfall? Fun experience, if you ask me. I don't know what the rain is like where you are, but here we have dirty rain. Dirty rain is not fun.
Well, we just had a fire too, so I'm sure we're gonna have more dirty rain.
Yeah, not gonna be great. So yeah, not so fun over here. I think Anthony hates the rain with a passion.
It's not a rain guy. Gets things too dirty.
Yeah, me neither.
I am a rain guy. I just like the ambiance, but then again, I like precipitation.
But you also like being inside.
And watching the rain with the door open and the screen shut. You know,
Okay,
vibes.
It's kind of like one of these.
Just carefully crafted cocktail, sipping, listening to some nice music, and watching and smelling the.
So what that does, Dane, what it does is it gives you an excuse to be lazy because you don't feel bad because it's raining outside.
Correct. I also like that it doesn't force people to be like, I'm an outside person, kind of like how morning people are. They're like, I'm an outside person. I want to go do the thing, and I'm just like, calm down.
No, I'm not an outside person. I just like most of my hobbies require me to be in the garage or outside and being able to enjoy whatever I'm doing, right? But I am not that guy that says, wow, I love nature. I cannot wait to get out there and get bitten by bugs.
My new best friend likes to hike. Great.
See, when I see a sunshiny day, I'm like, that's nice, but I kind of feel like it's just nature's default setting, so it's not particularly exciting to me.
Okay.
Yeah. I grew up in Seattle, man. Okay.
What does that even mean?
It means
All right,
I'm
Yoshi.
used to rain. I kind of like it. Okay.
Yoshi. Talking about
so basically,
it's the whole thing. It sounds messy. It sounds like we
Yoshi, you can make somebody sign an NDA about anything. That is, it's literally the most BS thing I've ever heard in my life.
But literally anybody can say anything about anything, and litigious people will jump on to something if they have an opportunity. But
funny.
Point is,
well, it's funny that right when you stop
nonsense.
hearing about MacShine on social media, they have to start going above and beyond, right? Like I said, they spend a lot of their marketing dollars on influencers, and so now they don't. Is that mean to say that?
People are smart. They can see.
No, they're not smart, Dane. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt, but people are very quick to assume certain things.
I'll put it this way: people who comment on YouTube videos and stuff are a wide range of people, but the kind of people who watch this show
settle down,
and they get it.
Settle down.
They look and they know because they ask the hard-hitting questions.
I'll
they know
just
what's
say
up.
this: in my circle that I run with, MacShine has never come up. I've never even seen an ad for MacShine.
Okay.
And
well, not good, but I mean, just saying, yeah.
That should say
something. And the thing is, I'm not saying that their machines are bad, but I'm just saying that claim is bad. But I'm saying that I think they make great beginning little machines for people that want to get into it for not a lot of money, right? Some people can't afford.
I use a Harbor Freight machine still.
Yeah, that's fine. And I don't want to diss on that because I don't want like somebody to have a MacShine machine
and they'll feel bad about it. No, if it gets the job done,
feel bad about having one.
That's fine
because it gets the job done. But I'm saying that them as a company just making a claim like that or telling people that, I think that is wrong. But I also think that that's very much
well. And one more thing is when it comes to this stuff. Sometimes you'll hear something from a person that you associate with a brand, but they aren't necessarily a representative, or sometimes they are, and they may say something that's complete nonsense to an individual, and there's hearsay that travels and stuff. That's how sometimes those things get started, is somebody makes a comment in passing, and then people latch onto it like it's freaking fact. And it just turns into complete madness, and you play a game of telephone, and next thing you know, people are making insane claims that a company may have never said.
Well, it's the internet.
That's the internet. So, love it, hate it, whatever it is. It's a lot to take in. Yeah. Well, look at that. We got the Master of Shine saying happy Thursday. I'm glad he popped his head in just to say what's up.
Me.
Are you driving right now? Maybe you should keep your eyes on the road.
No, he's fine.
Okay.
He's probably playing airsoft.
No pallets in the middle of the road or anything? No. Okay. Yeah. Just making sure.
Ryan G.
Can you use Dream Maker to keep dust off like paint gloss? You can.
Yeah. Do not dust with it, though. If you plan on, dusting a surface.
What do you put on Bead Maker and wait an hour?
Yeah.
And put some on it,
No, I'd say paint gloss and Dream Maker have very similar anti-static abilities. But
yes. Dream Maker does not have cleaning properties, so don't go spraying something that you intend to clean off.
I really like paint gloss, so I'd say paint gloss is fine.
Dream Maker goes on surfaces that are already clean. I'm just trying to prevent somebody from doing something stupid.
Okay, what do we got going on?
Okay.
All right, G saying, hey, Levi. Whoa.
Jamie
Okay, we got
Pate.
Jamie.
Spooky. What's up, fellas? Happy Friday Eve. Thoughts on using dry ice to detail? I saw a video on it, and it was pretty interesting. It just looked like it would be used primarily on undercarriage and possibly
Engine base.
engine
So
bays.
yes to all those things. It's the real deal.
Fun
you can afford
fact,
it,
Dry
go
ice
for
blasting
it.
is awesome.
He's probably watched the Obsessed Garage channel. If he
Oh,
goes
it's
back
been
and
everywhere.
watches,
It's been on Tommy F. Yeah, it's been on everywhere.
I'm making an assumption based on our audience. So the other thing is our Subaru WRX STI project. If you go watch, we did dry ice blasting on that as well.
Yeah.
Engine bay, undercarriage,
I think
all that
it's been
stuff
around
was
for
covered.
a really long time.
You can
but
see us
now
do
it's
it
just
too.
starting to get kind of affordable, and people are starting to figure it out.
Those dry ice machines are starting
Call
to,
it
yeah.
affordable,
Well, you can
but-
get smaller
It's all
ones.
relative.
But the dry ice, I think, is expensive, and you have to
Yeah.
buy a lot of dry ice.
And it's time sensitive.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's the real deal, man. I mean, dry ice blasting is awesome. I would get everything dry ice blasted if I
Oh,
could.
for
If I could
sure.
afford it. It's just expensive.
like Dane's new van, dry ice
Oh,
the heck
I would
out of all
love
of it.
to dry ice blast the underside of that thing and just really know what's there.
I would like if I got to dry ice blast the underside of my Evo. I would be like,
Yeah,
Honestly,
it
the
would look- it
Evo
would
is
look brand new.
That Evo's so
Yeah.
nice.
It would
It
look-
probably already looks like that underneath.
No, Dane, there's only so much I can do with the nylon brush in APC.
Watch him try.
flag tip.
All
Um,
right.
All
Next
right.
up,
Stillies.
Stillies.
Mobile detailing, last cut, compound, and glaze. Let's talk about it. What is it?
that's okay.
What
It's a valid
situation is your? What situation is it your go to say over another product, like an A10?
all in one,
Oh, all in one. Playmaker or Sonax
perfect finish.
perfect finish does last cut and also need a following step.
No,
You-
last cut is the following step,
last
and
cut
the first one,
is
and the last one. It's literally
Pad
every
dependent
step.
cut.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
you
a
change your pad to
yeah.
change how
it's a
it
pad
behaves.
dependent cut. It is a very, very good compound.
Yeah,
It's
that's
seriously-
fantastic.
it's-
They also
it's-
have the last cut plus.
Yeah, either one is great, but the last cut original is a good way to get started. But pad dependent cut, meaning that it can not only cut, but it can also finish out extremely well. That's pretty amazing considering that it's basically it's just one product, right? It's not an entire line. You don't need 4 or 5 products to get a good end result. You're getting all that within one product with just a couple different pads.
Yeah.
But as much as I hate Brian at Apex Detailer's gloss meter, right? He actually
So many people come back with that as like, this is a fact, and it's like, oh my
gloss
gosh.
meter, right? Whatever unit of measurement that is possible of measuring, it was interesting because he did a comparison of some products, and believe it or not, Last Cut actually was like top 2, in the
I believe it.
It's a
in
phenomenal
his
product.
unit of measurement on the amount of gloss he was able to leave behind, and that was finishing out. Now,
Oh, really?
in my opinion, I like cutting with the Last Cut, and
Mm-hmm.
I love finishing out with Optimum Hyper Polish. That is my favorite combination, just from a user standpoint. It's awesome. But following that, the Rupes DA Coarse and DA Fine's pretty dang close. The Coach Chemi line's pretty close to that as well. I think that all compounds and polishes have improved drastically.
Yeah,
in
there's
the
a
last
lot of
couple
players
years.
in the game right now, but the nice thing about Last Cut is it's a small company, and
Mhm.
it's, he's had time to perfect it and work on it. And it's not to say that these other companies haven't. It's just he only has, so many products.
He had to fulfill a
And
niche that worked
products.
for him,
And
and it
this
just so
was-
happens it translates for a
Yeah,
lot of other
it
people.
came from necessity, right?
Yeah.
Because
High
he was
heat
detailing in the
situation.
heat
Yeah.
of Las Vegas. Was that
Yeah.
it? Yeah. And it's great, and little goes a long way.
Mm-hmm.
So the main thing I wanted to point out, and this is just people get confused because words are thrown around in detailing, all in one, all this kind of stuff. What all in one generally means,
Yeah, sorry,
in
I kinda
detailing
struggled through
terms.
that.
So what
Don't
all
really
in
know
one
the
generally
lingo.
means in detailing terms is, this is a product that I can do a little bit of paint correction polish with, and it's going to fill in the imperfections. It's going to offer some kind of protection that takes care of this stuff, takes the edges off,
Mm-hmm.
and it gives you something that looks really great, and I don't have to go follow up with a different polish or a different whatever. The Last Cut is not an all-in-one in that sense. It's an all-in-one in a different sense to where you can continue to use that product to do all of your steps, from the compounding heavy cut stuff all the way down to the finer cutting stuff because of the diminishing abrasives. And basically, it takes you to that level that you want to get to, where you can make stuff completely smooth like glass, but you can also cut on the rougher stuff, and it's going to take you the whole way there. It's just all about your pad. So that's why we like the last cut so much. Is it's one bottle. You don't have to sit and play with a million different combinations. You just have your pads figured out, your tool figured out, and you just use the last cut, and it takes you the whole way. And that's why it's nice.
I consider that talked about.
Yeah. So I just, I want to throw it out in a different perspective so people maybe understand where that's coming from. But, okay, next up I've got Dan Pfeiffer responding to somebody here, G. Davis, and some different stuff here. Boy, we're bouncing around. David.
I'm getting my grill guard sandblasted as powder coat is a pain to get off. Then my boss is painting it with industrial polyurethane high solid single stage. What can I use to protect it? Anything, really. I mean, paint is paint.
I would wait for it to completely cure out and then probably just do C1. C1 I think would stick to that pretty well.
It's stuck to your Dodge just fine, and that
C1.
paint is
C1
iffy.
just because it doesn't have a clear coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think C1 it just sticks on odd surfaces, and I think that would be, I'd consider that to be an odd surface.
It's stubborn in a good way.
Peter Judge says, would there be any issues attaching a 4-inch upholstery brush to the Flex PXE80?
Pixie.
Is it doable, or would the balance be thrown off 2-inch? So on the rotary function, it might be possible. I don't know. You might want to try it for yourself.
You don't want to do it.
But I also don't want to. I wouldn't overstress that little guy. I mean, that's the thing. It's not a big machine. Yeah. And I feel like it's also an expensive machine, and so
I also don't think it takes a lot in a drill brush.
Yeah,
you don't need a bunch of functionality. Just kind of put it on and.
Well, a drill is just so cheap. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather burn through a $50 drill than a $300 or $200 machine.
Yeah, go to Ace and get like a little Black & Decker drill.
Well, yeah,
or
you
need
like
something with a chuck.
You can go get those. A Milwaukee drill, like on Black Friday, is like $50. In a kit, it's like you get an impact and a drill for like $100.
Yeah.
I would rather use one of those because their battery, the red lithiums, are a little bit stronger and last longer. But I would do that than stress that little guy out because the PXE80, it's a very good tool, and
so good.
I just wouldn't want to work it out.
Yeah. Save it for what it's good at.
So moving from there, we have Thomas.
You sure
Anderson.
can put Bead Maker on glass.
Yep.
Tomas, you can apply Bead Maker to glass. Andrew asking, do y'all have a TRC Discord server? I'm going to be honest, Andrew. I'm not sure our audience, and this is not a dig, but they're not really necessarily the Discord type. I'm just guessing. A lot of them.
So I don't even have Discord.
I don't even know what that is.
I have it amongst a friend group and stuff, but it's like definitely more of a gaming, nerdy. There are other communities that are definitely using Discord for stuff.
Do you talk?
It's like a hybrid between chat and a forum. It's like kind of an active,
like a Reddit,
constantly evolving, but it's different because it's localized to your group that you set up. It's basically the closest thing we have is our TRC podcast discussion group on Facebook.
The only thing that I know about Discord is it gets paired up with leaked whatever.
Oh, something happened to Twitch, happened to Discord too. Yeah,
or
kind of stuff.
like I have leaked photos. Here's my Discord.
Oh, jeez.
Little photos being
wow,
leaked.
what circles are you hanging out in? I haven't seen
Look,
that.
it's called listening and watching. Being up to date with all the hip kids.
Well, how about this? Maybe Andrew, maybe we create a TRC Forza Horizon 5 Discord for when the game comes out.
That's coming out so soon, isn't it?
It is.
November or?
Yeah, November.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
What's a Forza?
All right.
Excited.
Kevin, Nate, take this one.
Yes. Is it okay to use a waterless wash like Poor Boys World Spray and top it with Bead Maker?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I think so.
Do it.
Yeah, Poor Boys makes good products from what I've seen, yeah.
I would love a good Poor Boy sandwich.
Ooh, here we go. Master of Shine. Levi Gates himself says, just crossed the border into Utah. The 2014 Camry SE Sport is crossing easily at 90 miles an hour while eating my Jimmy John's bootlegger and steering with one hand while listening.
That's Levi
highly
style.
illegal.
I was going to say, all of this is
now,
pretty
the
much
thing
on brand
is because
for
of
Levi.
the 2014 SE Sport in comfort mode, that car is able to effortlessly drive at that amount of speed, right?
I believe the SE stands for Special Edition.
Basically driving itself.
Maybe.
Now, it's
God,
got
it
plenty
stood
of
for somewhat effective. Yes, it's grounded to the ground.
It's got plenty of storage, right? It looks good. It feels good. The interior is extremely comfortable for long trips, and it also gets great gas mileage. Now, the best part about it, the 2014. They really don't make them like that anymore. And
yeah, because now they're all 2021s and 22s.
Now, is he listening with headphones?
I hope that Carly doesn't have to listen to this.
I was going to say, his whole family's
He's
probably
gotta
having to
listen
listen
to
to this
headphones.
right now, and they're just suffering through it. I'm so sorry,
Carly's
guys.
like, I don't want to listen to these freaking guys anymore.
I don't want to listen to us.
Yeah.
And I'm in this room.
And I'm here. That means, oh boy.
What can you do? Am I right?
My little bro next day, Nate, is killing us.
See, I can say whatever
Yeah.
the heck I want.
Well, don't get too big for your britches now. All right. Ridiculous. In all seriousness, would you guys do a detail series on Dane's Hef 350? I think a lot of people would like to see that, especially truck guys that may not even be crazy about detailing. I haven't pushed the subject, but they seem very opposed just because it's massive.
Colin, you're no longer Grand Ambassador. I'm sorry.
Whoa!
I'm sorry. You throw that kind of work at us.
His truck is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, it already has PNS inspiration coating on it.
Yeah, it's already coated.
So it's already coated.
It's such a big
pretty,
truck,
It's
man.
pretty wild.
But
But a black vehicle that large, nightmare
26s
to
on
keep
37s.
clean.
Just picture that. And then think about what kind of lift you have to run.
37 tires are one thing, but 37 tires with a 26-inch wheel inside
So
of it?
you don't need a lot of tire shine.
Hilarious.
Because your sidewall's about this big.
Yeah.
It sucks. to
Rough
watch.
Riders anthem.
All right, we got Alkaline Trio says, I hear there's testing of the clay finger. It'll reach crevices you can't
Yeah,
get
you just
to
cut off.
otherwise.
Get one clay mitt, one
So
clay
you just
glove,
get the
cut
glove
off
and you're just like, snap.
5 fingers.
Yeah.
You know, when I was a baby,
What?
5-finger clay punch.
Yeah. Ridiculous says that truck would be a good showstopper at any truck event. I
it
think
definitely
so.
is, especially with the LEDs popping off.
Oh, yeah. I
No,
showed up
I
with that Cars and
honestly
Coffee, and you were
am-
there.
Everyone was
The
just.
thing is
mouth
the
agape.
middle-aged women basically throw themselves at it. And
It does have a peculiar effect.
Is this a starlight headlight?
like
Oh, no.
but like you guys
I've always
laugh.
wanted to see the Big
I have
Dipper.
seen it firsthand.
I am
These
way
women
too-
run up to the truck, climb on it, and just they go, look how big it is, right? They just can't get over how big it is. And like I see this
But Anthony
look,
knows my personality type, and that truck is so
I see this look in their
extra.
eye, and it's like the same look that they would like give like I don't know.
Even
Their
like,
bigger
favorite
truck.
celebrity. Just insert celebrity
like,
here.
what's his name? What's Deadpool?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds. It's like the same way they would look at him, but like I can like see it happening while they're touching this vehicle.
They're touching
And
the truck.
I think, gosh, Dane, I'm like, you literally didn't have to do anything. You just stood there and
I just
they
had to
love
win
Let's
it.
be honest. Look at me.
All I did
It's
was
the
win
truck.
it, baby. All right,
dear.
Trust me, if you guys could have
let's
heard the
keep going,
conversation
huh?
that me and Dane had one time with a girl that approached his truck, you would know what I'm talking about.
Oh dear, that was a lot
on.
of information.
Yeah, Jamie the Cleaner says, Dream Maker! Shirt is
Yeah.
a fine graphically designed work of art.
Yeah,
also
that
comfy.
wasn't supposed to happen. That was the masses weren't supposed to get that.
Well,
Oh man,
Nate,
they
you-
wanted it so
Nate,
But
you
they
used a lot of
wanted
your
it.
design skills to create that.
If I would have known we were gonna sell it, I would have done better.
Wow.
Guys.
Yes.
Buy the shirt, please, because we need to prove Nate wrong. That his design
Oh,
work
my
is
God.
awesome.
I'm just straight shooting with you guys.
Nate doesn't mess around. He
If I put my name on something,
doesn't pull his
I want it
punches.
to be really good.
There's like we said, stuff on the cutting room floor.
All it looks like is the Dream Maker label.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. But people wanted that.
But thank you, Jamie.
That was very nice. Grant Hawtrey, I find Next Day Nate reminds me of Inspector Clouseau. Wow. Got a Pink Panther fan here. Ivan. Go ahead.
Is it possible to remove pigtails in the paint? It's a newly polished truck. Thank you. I'm assuming he means like holograms. Swirls.
It's just pigtails from
Little
it's either
swirlies.
sandmark pigtails.
Gotcha.
Typically, yeah, it's depend. I mean, honestly, it just depends on if they're deep or not. 9 out of 10 times, yeah, like that's not a problem. And yeah, you can remove it. You could try polishing it out if you feel comfortable with sanding. You can absolutely sand it. You can wet sand. Probably try 3000 grit, like a Trizac, and just do a little test spot. Give it a quick little polish, see how it turns out. But yeah, I mean, like we went through a whole training class with Jason Kilmer on how to remove pigtails, and it seemed really straightforward, and I think that you could do it.
He makes stuff look easy too, though.
He also makes things easy. Stillies says, "Happy Friday Eve, gang. Just got
Didn't I
here."
answer
Weren't you
one of your
commenting
questions
earlier, though? Either way, Levi's on a trip. He actually commented in here just in case you got caught in a time loop or something. Yeah, he's on the road.
Yeah,
to Utah.
no, he's gone. Levi hasn't been here for 30 years.
We got a Dane. I don't know what page we're on, but we might have to catch up here.
Still on page 2, basically.
Okay.
So we're not too far behind. It's just those are 50
share the made
minute
stickers
old
then.
comments.
Ooh.
Oh, he's trying to get those stickers.
What?
So basically, he wants like the old pumpkin sticker and the Memorial Day sticker. You're not
Oh,
giving those
no.
out. No, he wants those designs.
I
He's
don't-
just like,
I don't
okay, I
care
won't take
who
new
you
designs.
are,
Give me
Hans.
the old ones. He's just
I'm me.
trying to.
And
you
those
know.
are locked. You don't know my password.
There's
Dan Digna throwing out some
short
fighting words.
supply.
The glycerin over the ghosts for comfort.
He's not wrong. I have the glycerins. The glycerins win on comfort, but that's because that's like all they do. It's like Dream Maker is all about the gloss. Glycerins are all about the comfort. In the case of glycerins, are they my favorite looking shoe? Not necessarily. I like the look of the Ghost better. I like wearing the Ghost. I'm wearing them right now. But the glycerins, nothing is comfier than those glycerins, I swear. They're so comfortable. So yeah, Brooks Running, serious stuff.
Yep.
I know. Enough,
funny.
that's enough out of Nate.
Nothing. No,
Davis.
I'm looking at G. Davis's comment.
Oh.
Levi will be guest starring along with Michael Jordan on the season of premiere.
Oh, no.
Guess who's the Mormon?
Okay.
Oh, sponsored by Bang Energy.
Stilly's Mobile Detailing. Back to say, happy Friday Eve. Where's Levi? He just asked that. Hey, big shout out to Josh, who recently helped me with an online order where I forgot something had 2 orders, and Josh helped me combine the 2 orders in adjusting.
Tell you what,
shipping.
Josh is
So,
a good go-to.
Yes.
He's a straight shooter. He'll
Good
get you
guy.
fixed
Yeah.
up.
Josh is awesome. He has become a very
Vinyl wrapping enthusiast, too, apparently.
He is actually doing some vinyl wrapping right now out there, and he's a man of many skills. He
Yeah.
is, and he fits right in.
Yeah, no, he was a great add to the team for sure. Anthony and I have known him for months to a year,
Yeah.
and yeah, he knows his stuff too. He's very knowledgeable.
Always helps to have another enthusiast on the team. Patrick, I have no idea what that comment is or about. We've gone on to page 1. Here we go. Derek.
Long time, first time. Heyo. I live in SoCal, so no freezing issues. Can I use? Okay, no more O&R talk.
You gotta answer the question. It's a
Can I use
detailing
O&R and purified water as a
No,
windshield fluid
no,
replacement?
Oh,
If
people ask
yes,
this all the time. No,
what
don't,
dilution ratio?
No.
Wiper fluid goes for about $3 and up.
Just pay it.
Don't. Just pay for
it.
washer
Don't-
fluid.
Don't mess with O&R and the washer fluid.
I don't care if there's no freezing issues. There's always that chance you hit a cold snap and it's the wrong time and the wrong situation.
and
then
I
you're
just don't,
stuck.
how long is it going to sit inside there for? Are you using it constantly?
especially if it's
Yeah.
diluted and
I guess the way I'm saying it is that if he were to mix it with a purified distilled water and O&R, if he were to do that,
Distilled water.
Listen,
how many
if-
bugs are you hitting?
But if he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna blow through this in a week,"
Yeah.
sure, go for it, right? But if he's like, "No, it's my new windshield washer," I don't use my windshield washer fluid ever. But
I
that's
used it
just
after
me.
it rains.
After it rains.
Yeah, get it. That's about it.
I think it's sacrilegious to use that. I don't want that.
I love it when it just gets all over my roof.
No, that sends chills down my spine.
Sometimes I can see,
Just
like
the
if
thought
I'm
of what's
driving
up
like
there.
on the highway, I kind of see like a little bubble on the side of the window.
No,
Right.
And it's like playing a little game in the vortex of air.
What I hate,
my favorite. I love
what
it.
just makes me cringe
Ugh,
is
yeah.
when I'm sitting at
Even
a
the orange,
stoplight and I
orange
see
Rain-X.
somebody using their windshield wiper fluid, right?
I love it.
And it's flying up and the wind is blowing it on my car.
You'll never
That's
know.
It's like
like
spittle.
that's like being on a train and somebody sneezing
It's
on
a
you.
self.
Yes, and it get it blown back
It's a
on.
self-leveling fluid.
I don't want your filth on my vehicle. That's pure.
All right, they don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh boy,
Right?
that's
All right.
enough of that.
I have
There
a
we go.
98 4Runner, heavy oxidized. I have 2-staged multiple cars, not this bad. Should I be nervous? I guess it just depends on how.
How much pain is there?
I have two
Yeah.
stage multiple cars. I have 2-stage multiple cars. Not this bad. Show. Nope. I would just say do a test spot.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Start with the mild stage first.
Yeah.
Test
I
spot in
last
an
stage.
inconspicuous area.
Yeah. Do a nice
whole
light
roof.
polish.
Honestly, nobody looks at the roof, so
Yeah.
that
Just
might be an
do
okay
a
place
test
to
spot.
start.
Play it by ear. The thing is that could it get any worse? If the answer is no, then do what you can to make it better.
That has been the
Diego
approach.
Rodriguez says, "Hi guys. When using a microfiber towel wrapped around a steamer nozzle, won't the heat affect the towel? Do you recommend using the towels that way?" So yes, the heat will affect the towel. That's why you want to use a throwaway towel. The Edgeless 245 is probably the go-to towel for using it with a steamer because they're affordable. You can toss them when you're done. You can also reuse them if you want to. But yes, the steam could have potentially melted the fibers. Now, what some people do to keep the towel give it a little bit of distance away from the steam is to use the scrubbing attachment that comes with your steamer. Wrap the towel around there rather than close to the nozzle itself. It gives it just a little bit more distance. But yeah, you're gonna ruin the towels. That's just part of the deal. So use cheap 245s. I feel like they're like the perfect towel because they are like semi-permeable. Like the 245 is just a little bit thinner. Liquid is able to get through it just a little bit faster. But the steam is able to penetrate that. But you also get the scrubbing power from it while still being able to pull filth.
I think that if you've got a steamer, you're invested. You're
Yeah.
doing this.
Do you have a steamer?
Yeah.
No.
Is that
So
why?
He's
I
not
can't afford
invested.
throwaway towels.
Oh, yeah. Well, but why don't you have a steamer in general though? I love steaming things.
I would love to. Honestly, I feel like steaming is the stepping stone to dry ice blasting.
Ah,
Yeah.
he's
That-
onto
it's
something
opposite
there.
temperature, but yeah.
I'm not wrong.
But you're not wrong.
Visually, it's
Steam
But I'm
is
just-
a ton of fun. The only downside to Steam, right? My favorite part is when you have a friend
When
or
you
have
touch
a,
it.
You have a coworker that says, "Hey man, can I borrow your steamer? Like I'll bring it back to you." And I say, "You got it. Only distilled water only, or distilled water and O&R. Don't put tap water." And they say, "Of course."
And then
I
they
got
just
it.
chuckle and go away. They have no idea what
And
you're
then,
talking about.
Why
and
is
then
the
they
tank
put
white
then
in
they
Never
put
bought
hard
distilled
water
in
in
their
it,
life.
and then they give it back to me, and I say, "Why is my steamer shooting out all these particles?" And then I dry it out and tip it over, and sand comes out of it. And I say, "Hey, did you use hard water in that?" "No, dude, I used distilled, just like you said." "Well, that's weird because I also use distilled water, and I have this that's never happened before until you used it." And that's when you bury them.
Whoa.
In the sand from
Spooky
the hard
times.
water.
Sand from
Yes,
the
and
hard
all the
water.
sand that you emptied out of the machine comes in handy. You can build castles with it too.
John Brooker, he says that my diamond and corduroy or standard glass towels, I'm guessing because they're green, keep bunching up when cleaning glass. Is it a technique issue or a lack of lubricity with my glass cleaner?
Could be both. So,
Could be both.
one cool thing to do would be to take one of those towels and with your glass cleaners actually deliberately soak one of the towels and get it pretty damp. Use that as like your first come through towel to basically, clean up all the debris, and then go back through with another towel. Usually during the flash off point of the glass cleaner it'll get a little bit slick for a period of time, and you'll be able to go through and knock it down.
Or follow it up with a waffle weave or an
Follow
FTW.
with the waffle weaver FTW. You can do either one. But other thing too, though, certain glass cleaners will have are able to change the surface tension that have a little bit more lubrication. So, for example, the Koch Chemi glass cleaner, very slick. It feels good.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah,
had
you need
the
to pick up a
pleasure
bottle
yet.
because it's expensive, right, for glass cleaner.
Yeah.
Right? But it's
I use the blue stuff from Costco.
what?
I love that stuff.
Sprayway?
I love it.
It's
Absolutely
not safe
love
on
it.
tint, is it?
It's cheap.
Does it have ammonia in it?
Just loaded.
Probably.
Oh.
No,
Maybe
I
not.
like
Check your
the.
label.
I think Sprayway is fun. I like the foam,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I also.
and then you can get it on your paint if you want.
It's not fun.
Well, it's funny. Yeah, Jason Kilmer uses that. I think he uses it because it has ammonia. I can't remember why the reason.
Honestly, it's kind of a horror show. When we go to some of these car shows, people clean their entire cars at high-end events sometimes
lot
using
Windex.
freaking glass cleaner, Windex. Like,
And a nice
What's
Scotch
going
shut
on?
towel.
Yeah.
it's
All right.
G. Davis
Haunting.
says, "I'd like to see a TRC travel vlog of Anthony and Jimmy Ellis vacationing in Tijuana."
Oh my.
What did it say? Monkey?
Monkey knife
Monkey
fight.
knife fight.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Yeah.
So this guy, don't know what his problem is. Bachelor's fantastic.
John, we'll hang out, but I have some sad news. I watch Love Island instead, so I'm just as guilty, but on a slightly
what?
more juvenile level.
When the wife turns it on, I pretend like I'm looking at my phone, but I'm just getting more invested.
He's invested in it.
Like, what is... Oh, okay, so what's going on? What's her name? Oh, she's upset about something. And then you just start snowballing.
Dude, honestly,
I like all these new shows that have cropped
I didn't
up
even
that are just
have
more
that much
honest about the
respect
whole
for the whole
concept.
Bachelor series until that curveball they threw us last year or last
Yeah.
season with what's her name like bailing after the first couple episodes. And I'm like, this wasn't planned. This wasn't part
Yeah.
of the deal. This is like pretty real, and you know they're loving it. Like
That's
they're
what
like,
they
this is
want you to
amazing.
think.
The whole franchise is an absolute mess.
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
But it's great to watch.
Good times. All right, Jamie the Cleaner here. I look forward to G. Davis's review, new Max Shine Rubber Glove Wash Mitt. Unfortunately, this is a real product. All right, well, time will tell. G. Davis, Jamie the Cleaner. I haven't used one of those gloves since summer camp in the late 80s. Wow,
That's
somebody
weird.
really was caught in a time loop. Graham, this one's going to you, Anthony.
Let Levi know that if Mitchell and King progresses, an iron brew delivery will be attempted.
Ooh.
Wow.
I don't know. This must be a deep
This
inside
is
joke.
an iron brew thing.
A
No,
deep
no, it's not a
cut.
joke. It's real life.
Oh, I don't know.
Jamie the Cleaner, laughing, crying face. Then G. Davis says, Dane endorses dry ice blasting for soccer mom undercarriages.
Yeah.
It's true.
Wow.
Sure does.
KCX Microcut for best gloss, asked Despacho.
Microcut will be up there. Yeah, Microcut,
It's
and
very
then
good.
one cut. The one cut and finish actually provides a ton of gloss. It's just, yeah, it does contain fillers inside the one cut and finish, and so Microcut, the pure Microcut pure, would probably be best for gloss and maximizing that. Alex Carrillo says,
Should you reuse the applicator after using solution finish? And if so, what's the best way to clean them? I have a black sponge that I use. I'll get a couple uses out of it, but black sponges are cheap, and especially you can
The
buy a
3x5s.
6-pack.
yeah,
It's a dye, and it's just, you're not going to be using it on paint. You're going
Yeah.
to be using it on black plastic. That's what I do. That's might be bad advice, but
I toss my solution finish applicators. They're messy.
It's the kind of product where once you've used it, you're really not
so
going to use
what I'll
that
do is
applicator
I'll lay
for
out
anything
a
else.
miner or something on the workbench.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done, I'll set my sponge on the miner. And then I'll leave it because I don't want to just throw it right in the trash. And then a week later, I'll need to use solution finish on something else, and I'll just grab that sponge. On black plastics, I'm not too picky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could use...
Or you could just use a towel.
Yeah.
You could use an all-purpose towel, which is sometimes what I do. Just grab, like I've got a bunch of miners, and I'll just grab some, dirty job towels, and I just won't use those for anything else but.
Right.
I don't know about washing. I think it'd be best to probably just throw it away. if you want to have your significant other, yelling at you about
Yeah,
turning the washer
number
black.
one, I was gonna say, don't put them in the washing machine after they've been through that stuff. That's not. You could hand wash if you're really just in a situation where you're like, I gotta stretch this out, and maybe you could do another trim restore, kind of deal with that same applicator. But that's about the only thing it would be good for at that point.
Yeah.
Just make sure you render the whatever products on there inert. So yeah, we got Table Rock mobile detail here. Flex Pixie, the 80 is $400.
Yikes. Yeah, that's a lot more than I thought it was, actually. Dang.
I just know we love using ours.
Weaver Detail says, I have a Discord for my crypto holdings. Alex Grillo says,
See, that's the kind of same.
Chemi Plastar versus PNS Shine All versus Dynamic Dressing. Best tire dressing. Dude, I think PSS in terms of longevity is pretty wild. But next to that would be probably Dynamic and then Shine All. But I'd say try PSS. I think more people need to get their hands on that because
People need to
for
try it.
trim and tires, I think it's just a killer product, man.
That video where you used it on your Rams tires, your KO2s.
Dude, they look great for a long time.
How are those holding up?
Well, I had to redress them now.
black.
But that was...
How much time passed over that?
Dude, I don't know. It was like a month and a half. It was like a long
Okay,
time. Yeah.
So it's not like it's disappearing tomorrow.
Alkaline Trio says, CM hyped for Back for Blood's release next week. Cross-platform too.
that a
What's Back
game?
for Blood?
Is that a video game?
I'm going to be honest. I, for once, don't know a reference that somebody's making.
The last
so.
game I've ever played was PGA 2K.
Ooh.
You are a golf guy.
2K21.
But saying
That's not
cross-platform,
true. You played Mario Golf with me.
cross-platform
That was
does
also
indicate
golf.
Yeah.
probably a console game that's also compatible
no-
with PCs or other consoles. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know that one. Sorry, man. Okay, G Davis. When I think of Discord, I think of Anthony
See?
in the dude's only Paramus
not
Hampton
wrong.
and hot tub.
Yeah.
Wow,
Wrong.
G never fails. And
Nemo.
Nemo just wants to say good work. Thank you, Nemo.
I feel validated from that.
Wow. And David Cervantes here. Dane, how are you feeling about the truck? Liking it? Getting annoyed with it? In all honesty, I like it. It's fun. The novelty is something that I would never be able to experience in any other context because it's not something I would have bought with my own money, but because I won it. It's such a crazy experience. It's fun. It really is. And taken to events and stuff, it is really fun. However, in day-to-day life, as cool as you might think it might be, for someone else, it could very well be. If they had a garage that they could store it in, say they had an RV bay or something, that would fit it. That would be great. But in my situation, I have a 2-car garage. It's not particularly tall. It's not going to let something like that in
Dane.
there. I have to park it outside, and it is literally the length of my driveway.
Dane,
Yes.
I've got an idea.
Okay. What you got?
We might need a cherry picker.
Oh no. Where's this going?
Take the van.
Oh, I
In
see.
the bed
where
of the
you-
truck.
Yeah.
Might work. It's just so crazy it might work.
Well, with
Yeah.
the tailgate down, anything is possible.
Colin's closing.
Dude, you're not gonna get these stickers.
Dang it, man! Hook a brother up already. I want to make a whole TRX
TRX
line.
sticker.
Wait a second. Are you a
want a
Dodge
TRX.
fan all of a sudden?
That
Interesting.
actually sounds kind of cool, though.
Yeah. I mean, he wants to make us. I get it, but the problem is, if we give it to you, then everyone else is going to expect it too, and we got to keep them special.
I'll tell you what.
You can
Everybody's
fight
money
Luke
is
Berge
green.
for some.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes left. Here we go. So we got Kevin J.
This is the
Last.
last
What is
page,
O&R?
though, so we're okay.
Optimum No Rinse, a rinseless wash product. You should try it out. G. Davis says, thoughts on the Venom sequel? I've not seen it. Glenn, our fellow coworker, has. And she said, if you didn't like the first, then you wouldn't like the second.
It's in a similar vein, from what I
But
understand.
she said the ending was worth it.
Okay. And Anthony knows the first time I ever watched the first one was with Matt Mormon and Freddie, a.k.a. Tavarish, and Anthony and Levi, my dad, were also there. And we all watched it on Matt Mormon's couch in his listening watching room. Hey, you guys want to watch half a movie? So we watched Venom, and all that happened was Freddie and I just made fun of it the entire time. Because it was
And they
so
ruined
silly.
it for everybody else.
We kind of ruined it for everybody. We were Mystery
Um,
Science Theater 3000ing it, so sorry.
Darren White says, does anyone know what the Coach Chemi bottle is in the thumbnail?
You're the one who makes the thumbnails, right?
Oh, yeah. It was all the ones that you guys used when we were doing it with my truck there with the colors and stuff. It was an orange bottle. There was a coach polish.
It's,
and then
the orange.
One cut and finish.
And then the other one was Magic Wheel Cleaner in the wheel. One cut and finish was the polish.
One cut and finish is their all-in-one product, very similar to micro cut and finish. But one cut and finish is a little bit more designed for complete. So one step for car washes. It's good for, or not car washes, but for just quick in and out, quick details, quick
money
exterior
maker.
colors. Yeah, quick money maker. It shines it up, glosses it up. It does contain fillers, but it does look freaking awesome once it's done.
Yeah.
Alkaline Trio says, what is the lowest temperature CSL can be applied, cured at? Dude, I don't know. I was doing mine at like 40, 50 degrees when I applied CSL.
Fahrenheit, obviously.
And I didn't have any issues, but I'm sure G-Technic would recommend 60s, 70s. Han says, Darren White Magic Wheel Cleaner, I think. And then Alkaline Trio says, would you recommend G-Technic's marine coating for gel coat campers? Yes. Would it be a different product or better? What's it say?
He wants to get his camper.
Use the marine coating. Absolutely.
G. Davis.
He's asking about electrical projects in the house. Yeah, man, I've learned my lesson, and I'm good.
Did you get
really
burned
good.
before? Something?
What?
Oh, I wasn't sure. You're like, oh, I learned my lesson. Like it was.
No,
hard.
well, it's long time standing jokes. Bought a house and then you get shocked. That's how we all learn.
Yeah.
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 Some of us it only happens once, and we're not so lucky. But yeah, dark. Spooky. Okay, Darren. Thanks, mate. Yeah, never seen that before. Yep, it happens. Ridiculous. Also used SOO2, and anyone that hasn't needs to get some now because it blew me away. Fair point. Yeah. It's a good product. It's a spray sealant for those who aren't aware. That's a KCX product, Koshemi. So SOO2, you can check that out. Definitely a good product as well. And of course, Darren here asking, I just explained it. Nick here. Take it away, Anthony.
Says, totally relate Anthony's disdain for windshield wiper fluid blowback. Always seem to get behind the goods.
Goons.
The goons. I'm sorry, this text is messing me up. Who do that on the highway drives me nuts.
Drives
it
me
makes
nuts.
Grinds
his
all the goons.
We're on the first page, so you don't have to hurry it as much.
Anthony, when sands come out,
it's time to see a reputable urologist.
Okay. Wow.
Oh,
I thought I was going to have to explain that for a second, but no. Now you get it. Yeah. Thank you, Jay. Mine's already in the gutter every time, so you get
Go detailer, go. What kind of tips and tricks do you have for removing paint and overspray from plastics such as grills and other plastic trim?
So overspray, that sucks.
Man.
Replace the grill and trim if you can.
You could
But
maybe
couldn't you like clay it or sand it away?
Sand it and then paint it with like SEM
it's too
trim black or
Depends on
something.
the
I mean,
grill.
it's tedious. It depends on how much
is it
you're
a honeycomb
willing
grill? Is it not
to
a honeycomb grill? Is it a normal grill? Because overspray like that sometimes can be knocked down with. Sometimes it can be removed with a clay towel or a clay bar. Other times you can compound it and polish it off. Sometimes you might, like I've seen people use plastic razor blades. It's just the hard part is depending on how bad the overspray is, are you sitting there forever?
It's a cost time.
Yeah, it's a cost time
benefit
analysis.
Yeah.
Because grills can be bought for cheap.
Go to Rock
Most of the
Auto.
time.
Depends
It
on the
depends.
vehicle.
Yeah,
Depends on
or
the
you can go get an S10 grill off of Rock Auto for.
But could
30
you?
Or you're like Anthony trying to get another SI grill. You're like, I'm just gonna paint this
Yeah, I would just
again. All
What
right.
else we got?
Got Brian McHale here saying no ammonia in sprayway.
See, there you go.
Okay,
Oh, that's
making
good.
Nate
I'm
happy.
in the
over
clear.
here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Spray
I
it
thought
on everything.
No money. I think it's just alcohol, right? I think
Yeah,
that's
it
all
works.
is.
Yeah, it works.
Ron here, a little late. Good afternoon, TRC crew.
What's going
Good
on?
afternoon to you, Ron.
What's going on, man?
Jody, is it okay to put a leather coating product on unsealed Napa leather seats? That would have been a good question for her.
Man, that'd be a great
Ram.
question for Ram. I think that's where elephant wax is for, right? Uncoated leather.
That's for like the really
Raw.
old.
Is that for like the
Reach out to
Aniline?
Ram Color Lock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I don't know anything about leather.
Because I think you can, but there's a technique, I think.
It's just
and
a
I'm not
question
the
like,
leather. I'm not the leather guru.
You're not going to hurt it, but at the same time, we want to give you something that's actually going to be effective. So, yeah, in that case,
Let's see.
good to check.
Hans says you can't clean the applicator, but I put my applicator in a Ziploc bag. Okay, that's for yeah.
Keep it from getting crunchy.
Solution finish. Of course, I would pay for a while.
A whole set of release stickers and pay for shipping, or something non-liquid.
Ooh.
He's trying to sweeten the offer here, but the fact
is.
is, if we give it to him, everybody's gonna just want the old throwback stickers, and then nobody's gonna, hang out for the cool new designs and stuff. I feel bad about that.
Let's see. What's GJ was saying? Please return for the show soon. I hope when I visit, I am able to convince the TRC board to greenlight the Nate and G Davis show. He's been talking my ear off about this, and I like it.
What you guys talk about?
Clean
small trucks,
clean simple trucks,
clean
the
simple trucks,
goings
honest
ons
trucks.
behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think we could really do. I think so. Thomas and I really want to get something going here. I think Thomas is one of our webmasters, and he deals with Amazon. And I think
Thomas is into honest trucks too.
Well, you know what? Him and I could just talk.
Mm-hmm.
We could just talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe Anthony and I could just talk about stuff.
Yeah, definitely don't include me in there.
Dane, you can be our pod master.
You're like, please sit on the other side of the wall.
You could be in it. That's fine.
Yeah, no. I mean, we're more than welcome to, or we're more than happy to host people that want to do their own podcast.
have
It's
her
G.
rotate
Davis.
in.
Yeah, no
He
O
comes
and
in.
R questions allowed.
Yeah.
And Nate's a little rough.
I think
on
G
those.
would come in with a lot of good stories, right? I think honestly,
We could bring our
marriage
bulldogs in.
advice with G. Davis.
We
All
can
right.
bring our
So-
bulldogs in.
On our last 2 minutes here, the comments. Oh, there we go. Yoshi, you know what? I'm sad because you're probably right. I think the Nate and G Davis show would hit 100K subs.
You guys want to get your
TRC
plaques? Because I'm probably sure that's going to get a plaque before TRC channel does.
That show would demonetize TRC's channel in the first 60 seconds. You're also not wrong.
No.
Probably 30.
I think you're wrong.
Well, no, it wouldn't be your contribution. It would be G.
No, you can say things on YouTube now. I think they changed the.
Oh, they finally dialed it
I
back
think
around.
You can say the S word and the B word.
Oh, okay. Well, important stuff.
But talking about our female dogs.
Yeah. Just making sure you cover your bases.
God.
Thanks, Hans.
Okay.
Not even reading that one. All right, G. Dane with a wiggly. Okay.
Oh, wow. This
G.
is.
The thing
there's
is,
nothing
Hans
here.
Hans was appropriate.
Oh,
He went
but
straight
Hans
to
is somehow more appropriate. Okay, so as we round this one out, Nate, what's going on with your S10? How are things looking?
Things are good. Like I said, G Davis reached out. I'm trying to sell a mint condition 83,000 mile S10 right now. So,
Okay. So if anybody knows somebody
if Luke
in the
Bergey's
market,
out there somewhere.
yeah.
I know you missed out on the white Civic.
Yeah. Now's your chance.
Here's your chance. Hans, if you buy this truck, I will give you any sticker file you want.
He's gonna have to pay to ship that.
I will make
bad
a
boy.
custom Hans sticker with you, a picture of you sitting in the S10. I mean, whatever.
So yeah, I wanted to throw that out there because there could be somebody in the audience. You
Dane
can never be
could
100%
have bought my
sure.
truck.
No, I'm not buying a truck. Sorry. It's not that it's not a good truck. It's just not for me. I want something weirder. But I will say, your truck, I vouch for that thing. Absolutely.
clean.
Anthony would vouch for
very
it. It
clean.
wasn't it like a grandpa truck, basically? It was
Yeah, still drive
one of
like a
the
grandpa,
best
too.
kept examples of that particular simple, honest truck that you could find.
You're hyping me up, guys.
I'm just putting in a good word because I think someone
I
out
didn't
there.
come here thinking that I'd feel good about myself.
Yeah.
No,
thank
someone
you.
out there
This
who
is
knows
good.
Simple,
someone
it's
is
honest.
probably in connection with someone who wants
That's
that.
what you
So,
need to do. So
few
Well,
degrees
Hans
of
is going
Kevin
to turn
Bacon
into a
there.
mobile disco.
all right, so
So-
we covered that base. Now we're here at the 4 o'clock mark. It is officially over. Hans will turn that S10 into a mobile disco. Yes, I think that's a fitting end to this week's Q&A Thursday. Sans Levi, but Nate, you were a great fill-in, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
Anything to add before we go?
No, stay tuned for next week.
All right,
Yeah.
so that's it.
See you
Guys, take care. Have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you next Monday or Tuesday, however it goes, on the Rag Company YouTube podcast channel. So, see you there. Adios.
See ya.